We won't miss you, Kev. Who's Kev? Kev, these nuts on your mouth. You missed a spot. Another Christmas presents.
Pure and utter cinema. Pure and utter cinema, chat. Holy cow.
On it.
What? Why do I always regret putting on text-to-speech? Why do I always regret it? Chat, tell me. How the heck are you? Chat, Kevin the Christmas Stain
Morning Sport
has evolved. He is now Kevin the Mouse. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning and brave. Kevin? Let's get some vibes going, Kevin. Not that one. Cameron? No!
You should not buy white mice with how you treat them.
Hold on, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Cameron, where are you today? You had a week off.
After seeing Kevin getting cleaned in better than ever before.
Okay, chat. What's going on, chat? We're already mocking me. These disgusting behavior. I don't like it. Chat, how the heck was your Christmas? Lighting isn't good. Cameron constantly... Kevin Durant. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's after the famous lacrosse player, right? I like that guy. Yeah, he's really good. I like lacrosse. Chat, how the heck are you? How the heck are we doing? It's been a week. It feels like it's been forever. Christmas, holidays. How the heck are you? Have you guys had a great Christmas?
Finally caught a stream. Web development courses have been killing me, loudly crying face.
Ooh, we like to hear that. You're crushing it. Woo! We like to hear that. Chat, how's the audio levels, by the way? They're all looking good. They're goose-tastic. I'm trying to, like...
Hookmas.
That's not how I called it. We called it something different where I'm from. Okay, we didn't call it Poopsmas. If you're having Poopsmas...
Toodle.
We gotta have a few words. Who do we got in the chat? We got Mr. Raven and Weezard in the chat. Give him one, Cameron. He's already starting off strong. Give him one, Cameron. Good. Give him another one, Cameron. Another one. Cameron, don't start. Do not start. First time chat, Mr. Raven. Let's show some love for Mr. Raven. Shout out Weezard in the morning. We got Curtis Soldier in the morning. Curtis Soldier, hello Goose. Long time no see. Happy Christmas, buddy. Happy Christmas to you too. All of you guys, I hope you had goose-tastic things. Chat, what did you get for Christmas? I got a few how do you do's. I got a new Zug Jug. Actually, because my Zug Jug died, I put it in the dishwasher and it just broke. So.
Did you sleep 12 hours again?
Dude, I cannot catch up on my sleep. I did not sleep that long today because I had to get up early. I've been basically going to bed so late because this whole week I've just tried to take off, relax, let the video that I released on Friday just.
F's in the chat for the Zug Jug.
I know the Zug Jug, dude. It bothered me. I was so bummed. I literally used it all the time in the gym. It was perfect. But I got a new Zug Jug. That's pretty cool. Real quick, we got It's Somu in the chat, looking beautiful, Goose-tastic. We'd love to have you here, It's Somu.
Gotta wait 2 more days for Santa's fat ought to get here.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Dario555, let's go. Goose Bath stream before GTA 6. That's right, chat. We hit, if you don't know. Cameron, this music disgusts me. I hate that you're a producer of the show. Perfect. No, Cameron, I want sick beats. Sick beats. Sick beats. Did you just put ragtime music? He put salsa music. Excellent. Excellent. Actually, this kind of works out because one of my early January videos of last year, last year's January video was salsa themed.
Put on a Dr. Dre beat for him, LUL.
Let's go, chat. Let's get some energy up there. Shout out to Dario, absolute goose-tastic, beautiful individual. Shout out, of course, Benjamin frickin' Wheelie. Can't wait to see you next year. You're a funny guy, Spun. Yeah, you know what? Let's just give him one. Well played. How long did it take you to think of that one? Huh? Celine Winter Knight, the hydration champion of the world. Goose Morning on to you. We got Curve here. Goose got ads. The ads are. I tried turning them off. You can't turn them off when you're an affiliate, which kind of sucks.
It was a nice Christmas. Got to watch Sonic 3 at the cinema, and it was amazing.
Dude, I want to watch Sonic 3. Nobody wanted to watch it with me. I kept asking. I was like, yo, you guys want to see Sonic 3? They're like, get out of here.
It's time for me to vanish in the shadow.
You're a grown man. Severing Curve. Ads are at the lowest. I put it at the lowest freaking tier. It's like basically nothing. I'm surprised you got them, to be honest. You're not supposed to get pre-rolls. You're not supposed to get pre-rolls at all. Yes. Interesting. Of course, we're streaming on YouTube, multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitter. So if you want to watch it there, I'm sure the ad scene's even better. Do whatever makes you happy, you know what I'm saying? AIX's in the chat, looking beautiful, goose-tastic. We love to have AIXC here. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Mr. Daniel Tiberius Lemming with a bye-bye, Kevin. See you never. First off,
that girly bracelet you're wearing?
What'd you say? What'd you say to me? My niece made me this. Isn't it beautiful? She did a wonderful job. The most talented niece in all of the... Cameron, why is the music off? God, I hate what you represent. I hate what he represents. Ooh, is this the Glenny P song? We love our Glenny P song. Shout out my niece. Shout out my niece. Absolutely amazing work. Absolutely amazing work. She killed it. Kevin Durant is here to stay. Greatest lacrosse player on star. Okay? Kevin Durant.
I said bye-bye, Kevin. See you never.
No, Kevin. You spelt his name wrong. Get it right. Get it right. Don't get me started. Do not get me started. Not today. Not today. Of course, Ashra's in the chat, looking beautiful, goose-tastic with his web development courses. I hope they're going well. Well, you doing some JavaScript? Some JavaScript? That's how they say it, by the way. JavaScript. You doing some
Kevin Dono thing.
I like it. I like it. Let's get some better last names for Kevin. Kevin Durant, so far, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. But
Cameron is happy because he won't have to share his food with Kevin anymore.
You guys, that is hilarious. Cameron doesn't get fed. He sits there and starves and does nothing. Actually, you know what, Cameron? Your lack of sustenance probably is why this stream suffers. That's interesting. Cameron, I will buy you a bag of pretzels before we start. Okay? Quote me. Quote me. Of course, we got Spongeman Aim. Spongeman Aim in the chat. There he is. Celebrating Poopsmas.
Feed him Canada Dry.
We should. Why didn't I get Canada Dry? Okay? Why didn't I get Canada Dry? I should have. Early in the morning. What are we doing here? The stream's all over the place. The stream is all over the place. What is going on? It is chaos. We got Dubs in the chat looking beautiful. Goose-tastic. Dubs 0413. Goose Morning onto you, Dubs. Beautiful. Punch Sploder in the chat with the pretzels. You have ketchup chips? That, first off, Punch Sploder, Goose Morning onto you. Okay? Punch Sploder, Goose Morning onto you. I could not spend, I feel like ketchup chips are a luxury or a premium that I will just not spend for Cameron. He's not worth it.
Just got to learning JavaScript. Feels like I'm typing gibberish because I'm not used to the syntax yet, faced with tears of joy.
I don't think the tears of joy are ever going to go away. Also, every web dev in the world is like, oh, hold my beer, let me make another library, brother. We're going to call this one Bob script, Kevin script. This one can be coded in emojis.
Cameron has his own Fortnite skin called Skibbity, unfortunately.
I saw that skin. It's absolutely disgusting. I hate it. I want to fight the world. Chat. Cameron is the highlight of the year. Oh, it's funny, chat. I was actually going through like the top 2024 moments, trying to get some shorts.
Good morning, my sweet little chinchilla.
Show ponies in the chat. Let's send show ponies some love, okay? Shout out to all you guys, freaking rascals. Shout out to me understanding what a chinchilla is now, okay? I feel I'm like that Captain America thing now. I understand that reference. Chad, I feel like I could sleep for another 10 years, honestly. I'm still tired, but we are feeling so much more rejuvenated. I was doing so much stuff. I'm going to tell you about my week. Goose Morning onto you. It is Goose Morning Live, number 48. That's right. We've been doing this thing 48 weeks in a row, every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Holy smokes. Here we are talking about the biggest gaming news. And if you're one of the OGs, I mean, you know that Sunday is relatively new. Doing it Saturday. We did it Friday that one time. That was kind of crazy. I actually liked it Friday. Friday was good. So that was good. Chat, I'm doing a bunch of stuff, prepping for 2025 stream stuff. I'm trying to get some big things. And I think one of the first games we're going to be playing together. Okay, one of them. I don't know if it's going to be the first. I think it's going to be maybe the 10th. Maybe the 10th of January. We'll have to see. We're going to be streaming Simpsons Hit and Run. Holy smokes. There it is. There it is. Simpsons Hit and Run. We're going to finally be doing it. We're going to try to beat it, actually. In one stream. That should be beautiful.
Maybe finish a game.
You know how... For those of you who are new in the chat thinks I don't finish games. So this weekend, okay? This weekend... I decided I was going to, or this week.
Get to the news, you yapaholic. Schedule is tight.
We're getting there. Let me tell a story. This week I tried to finish a game for you guys to prove you wrong. Okay? I downloaded Indiana Jones. I downloaded Tekken 8. It was a demo, so I can't beat that. I downloaded UFC 5. There's no story there, so technically I can't beat that. I downloaded... Oh, Harry Potter. I got the Harry Potter game. I never tried that, so I downloaded that. Now, do any one of you guys want to figure out...
But he physically couldn't beat it.
Listen, do any one of you want to guess how many games I beat this week? Go ahead, guess. Okay, let's see how smart you really are. Now, chat, the fact that you're all consistently saying 0 disgusts me. Celine, shout out Celine.
Goose the game downloader and not a game player ain't no way.
Now, hear me out. I had a lot of presents to wrap. I had a lot of people to see when I went back home for the holidays. So, technically, you're right. Technically, I didn't beat any games. Technically. However, can we at least give me credit for trying? Can I get effort points? Chat, I feel like I should get effort points because I tried. I downloaded Indiana Jones. It's like 130 gigs. So give me some credit, chat. Okay? F for effort. Chat, you guys are freaking toxic, dude.
I was a school dropout. The story you told us about your exam experience in university and never giving up influenced me to go back to school. That's why I didn't have time to join your streams recently. I just wanted to thank you, Goose.
Dude, chat, can we get some frickin' applauses? Let's get some claps there for Kurdish. That's absolutely goose-tastic. That's just what this community does. We push everyone to be the greatest of all time. We come back stronger. That's that Zenkai, baby. We come back stronger, dude. Okay? We come back strong. You can give up. It's fine. As long as you come back stronger. That's what Kurdish just did. That's absolutely goose-tastic. We love to hear that. That is beautiful. What a beautiful way to start the stream off. I keep thinking it's 2025, but it's not. Kurdish, that is fantastic. We're all so proud. That's fantastic. We wish you the absolute best. You're gonna slay. We know that you're gonna slay. Why is it so bright in here? Why is the sun in my room? Cameron, what do you do? All right, got a little toxic there at the end. I apologize. Chat, today, there's not that much, actually. First off, real quick, for those of you who want to join the private
Cameron
Discord.
finishes games.
Cameron doesn't even finish the stream, okay? Cameron is... Look, Cameron, Look. Let's just leave it at that, okay, Cameron? For those of you watching on YouTube, Twitter, or new to the stream...
Got any tips and advice as I try to become somewhat of a front-end developer?
Okay, chat. First off, I'm going to answer that. But first, let me do my thing. Okay, chat? That's strike number 1. Chat, I swear to God, I will do /ban all. Just push me to my limits. I dare you. Okay? I'll get to that in 2 seconds. Number 1, if you'd like to join our private Discord, it's available to anyone who subscribes on YouTube or Twitch, or membership on YouTube. Why are they different names? I hate it. So you can do that. Or, if you'd like, you can join for free. There's 10 limited slots.
Your SSD and HDD have seen more game downloads finished than you Goose finishing games. Ain't no way.
I hope you're not done celebrating Poopsmas, Sponjane, because Poopsmas done found you, okay? There's gonna be Poopsmas coming your way, buddy boy. There's gonna be Poopsmas coming your way, buddy boy. Okay? Lock in, pal! Lock in, dude. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, there's 10 free slots for every Discord available in the pinned comment on Twitch, okay? There it is. It's posted. It's going to be pinned at the end of the stream. So if you can't afford the monthly membership, of course you should, because you get access to all the emotes and a bunch of other stuff. But if you don't want to, that's totally fine. It's in the pinned comment. There are 10 free slots available in the Discord, which the Discord is what we use to come up with the greatest topics to discuss each and every Goose-tastic week. So there you go. There. Was that so hard, chat? You gave me 2 seconds to talk about it. Huh? Now, first off, Sponjame, instant banned. Instant banned, okay? Just instantly banned. That's just a fact. Okay? Now, what was the other question? I have a goldfish brain. You just 07s. At least use the proper 07. Sponjame, come on. Come on. Okay, I gotta find. Okay, it was from Ashra. Got any tips and advice to become somewhat of a front-end developer? I personally, look, only become front-end if you love the aesthetics of like UI and all that stuff. I would not bother being front-end unless you wanted to just focus on UI stuff. And if you wanted to just focus on UI stuff, okay, let's say that's your perspective in the dev scene. You just want to make like beautiful looking web pages and stuff. Cameron, why does it look like the sun is behind me? Figure that out. All right. just look into becoming a UX person, because honestly, you do all the best parts of front end without any of the stress and taxing stuff. You just basically get to make beautiful things that developers can never implement. It's awesome. And if you're like most UX people, you gotta stick in your butt, like how much better you are than us, even though you can't code. Freaking rascal, I'm talking to you, you UX devs. Look at me. I know what you are. Now, if you want to stay in the development scene, I heavily recommend you just be a
Rule number 1: don't make 2A games with 3A UI like Ubisoft does.
There it is. I mean, technically, there it is. If you do want to do development stuff, I heavily recommend you do full stack. It's you should learn all parts of it.
Hey, girlfriend.
What is going on, chat? You should definitely learn all parts of it, because quite frankly, like, it's too competitive in the programming scene. I don't even know. I know some front end devs in my early career, but I don't know many that like went beyond that. Like, they know way more than front end. There's some definitely focus way more heavily on front end. I know some of them, and they've gone on to senior roles. But like, it's always best, chat. It's, as a rule of thumb, it's always best to learn down to the metal, the lowest level possible.
Goosey, sorry.
All right. Well, I hope that advice helped you. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. The rest of you, banned. Banned. And if you think I'm not going to order a giant shawarma tonight with extra garlic sauce and spill it all over Kevin because of the behavior of this chat, holy smokes, dude. Holy smokes. Okay, we're moving on to the news. Where we can get a 2-second break from Mr. Text-to-Speech.
My tummy hurts. Could go for a knee bounce for comfort.
Why are you guys the way you are? Why are you guys the way you are? All right. The news. Brought to you in part by the Zenkai Goose Discord. You missed it, Cameron. I hate what you are. There you are. Chaos. It's the last stream after the last stream of the year, and we just came off of a week-long vacation. So there's going to be a few goofs and gaffes this week on Goose Morning Live. It's going to be a few goofs and gaffes. I will be honest, though, if I could talk to you for 1 second about the programming stuff. You really need to understand, okay, this is something that not a lot of programming people will talk to you about, because programming people are, the world sees programmers as geniuses. But programming is effectively a skill like riding a bike. And that's the honest truth. You just learn the things, and then you can ride the bike. It's more complicated than riding a bike, but it's a skill. It's a series of things. I mean, at the end of the day, a computer is just a giant set of if statements. If this, then this, then if, then this, 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 then this. It's 0 or 1. Okay? That's all it is. So the world is seeing these people as geniuses, okay? And they have taken that and they have inflated their ego to an insane amount. So most programmers you talk to, definitely at the senior level, juniors are like gentle creatures. At the senior level, oh man, I'll say in my experience, 60% of them are insanely rude, thinking they're a lot smarter than they are, and they do not make it easier for anybody. The ego is wild. That is a real problem in the programming scene. Just be aware of that. I'm not saying it's a blocker. Be aware of it, and don't expect people to just be nice because they share programming stuff with you. The amount of really insanely rude people I met in programming is insane. Is insane. But then I also met some of the coolest people I've ever met in my life there. In fact, the best programmer I've ever met in my life, he works at Apple now. Dude's goated. I love that guy. He's 10 out of 10 with the memes. What else? He's awesome. I just love that guy. Guy's awesome. We used to play basketball. We would do this thing where we set up an office basketball net in our office section, and then basically when everybody would like leave, because we would usually stay later, We would just like end the day by playing a bunch of like basketball, like what we called swish battles, where essentially we would try to go as far back in the office as possible. Sometimes we'd be in other meeting rooms trying to get like nets in, and if you got a swish, you would go further back, and then the goal was just to see how far back you could actually get. Swish battles were awesome. I love swish battles. Bring the swish battles back, okay? Okay, we're gonna bring them back, but let's get the basketball cam back. It's an excellent point. It's an excellent point. Back end is more fun. Squeal scratches the math itch, and PHP feels like literal magic. Do you guys say squeal or SQL? I say squeal. Am I wrong? Definitely not. No wonder you. If Kevin equal dirty, delete system 32. AIXE, that's an excellent point. Let's put that into prod. Let's publish this. You're absolutely wrong. Get out. It is squeal, okay? Squeal. I squeal, you squeal. He, she, squeal. We all squeal. Do you know how many people in my latest video where I say Levis, you know how many people took that very seriously? I get such an insane enjoyment out of trolling that. There's so many people who took it seriously. Because that's how it's called. It's called Levis. Levis, Squeal, Adidas, Nike. I am an English major, okay? Just what it is. Never heard it called... Oh, you've heard it called sequel, never called squeal. Sounds a bit PG. I need to... I love squealing. Yeah, squealing's cool. Squealing's a cool thing. You guys should try it. Sometimes I just like to squeal. You know? Oh, it's chaos here, dude. Okay, today on the gaming news, we're keeping it casual today, okay? Because honestly, there's not much gaming news happening at the end of the week. So I'm going to go through what you guys have dropped inside the Goose Morning Live mega thread, GML48. If honestly, you can post as much as you want while the stream is happening, of course. So feel free to do that from the Discord. It's available there in the events channel. And Wizard was the first one to post this. This comes from Colt Eastwood. He's a prominent Xbox figure. I figured we'd watch a react. We don't do much reacts on this stream. So I figured that. Okay, hold on. Mr. Daniel Lemon's writing. What's it gonna be, buddy? Buddy! We all saw it coming, buddy! We all saw it coming, buddy! Yeah, you kept pushing. You want dirt in your eyes? Because that's how you get dirt in your eyes. That's how you get dirt in your eyes. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? I'm not messing around. I've been pushed to my limits for a full 48 weeks, and now I've snapped. Also, can we get a real quick shout out for our first time chatter, Rain XXXL? Okay, let's show some love to our first time chatters. Okay, let's show some love. Let's go. Let's get some love. Okay, we're all about love here. Okay. Also, can we get another quick celebration in the chat for hitting 1K subs and cleaning Kevin? Can we just get that real quick? We hit 1,000 followers on Twitch in 1 year of streaming. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely insane. Chat, we're on fire. And the way that these things work are exponential. So chat, 2025, we're going to the moon, baby. We're going to the moon. Buckle up because we're going to the moon. Buckle up because we're going to the moon. I said buckle up because we're going to the moon, and that's that. So let's try watching this. This was this was from Colt Eastwood talking about the next Xbox console and what they're doing. It looks like it's going to be a PC hybrid or something like that, but let's find out. Let's find out, shall we? It's been a while since we've done one of these how do you do's, shall we? Nice little
test, making sure this is off.
It is, isn't it? It is. It is, Sponge-Aim. Sponge-Aim. Sweet baby J, Sponge-Aim. Sweet, innocent, not even born yet, little baby J, Sponge-Aim. There he is. All right, where's Chat up here? Okay, Chat's on the right. Where's Goose? Goose is in the center. Doesn't even know where he is. How come no reactors do a react stream here? Can I set a trend? Is this the trend? Have I set the trend? I could be the trend setter, chat. Is this where we should react? Mr. Danny Lemon, a resounding no. Guess what, buddy? You're a no. New massive trend, 0 sugs. Chat, we are unhinged today. We are unhinged today. I am not approving of this unhingedness. Here, let's put me right here. Okay? There we go. Doesn't this feel beautiful right here? I'll make myself a little bit bigger. I'm a pretty big guy, okay? Solid 7'2". Okay, look me up. Look me up on Wikipedia. It's Zenkai Goose height, 7'2", with the low taper fade. Facts. Okay, hold on. Let's just quickly, I want to do an audio check real quick.
Xbox plans to completely change the games
How's the audio
industry
on that?
next generation by offering more power, more choice, and more games than any other console in history.
Where's that good? That's good? Okay, we'll rewind it. Okay, so this is apparently about the brand new Xbox Microsoft is working on. It's coming from Colt Eastwood. Let's check it out.
Xbox plans to completely change the games industry next generation by offering more power, more choice, and more games than any other console in history.
Wait, they figured it out? They figured out you need games? Only took like 3 generations. It's good.
Xbox has already expanded beyond the console, and Xbox has a plan that will offer the best looking games and more graphics power on a box.
Let's hear it.
No one expected.
Hold on. He's saying no one expected. Real quick, let's try to expect it. I'm assuming it's a PC hybrid. That's what I'm assuming. Where else did they go? They've pretty much done every single other SKU. Let's see what he has to say. Let's find out the news.
This is Colt Eastwood. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be
Colt, I gotta say that was a lot closer than I was expected. I feel very intimate with you right now. I did not see, like, for perspective from my camera, I would be like right here. Yo, what's up? This is the Goose. We're gonna be talking about stuff today. Look into my eyes. I'm gonna tell you about some Xbox news, okay? You sit down, you look at me, you get ready for some Xbox, okay, dude? I'm an Xbox. You're an Xbox. Today, we're Xboxing. Let's get to it. It was just way closer than I expected, dude. It was way closer. Again, why is the sun in my background? It disgusts me.
talking about Windows Central's Jez Corden talking about third-party OEM powerful Xbox consoles. A lot of what we'll be discussing here is directly from his article. It's linked in the description. If you end up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell.
Real quick, I just gotta say, YouTubers who put the subscribe at the start, you're crazy. You're crazy. The whole point of a subscription on YouTube is the viewer is saying, I want more of this. You haven't even told me what the video hasn't started. So how can I want more of this? YouTubers, you put it at the end. And also, YouTubers, just FYI, the people who come at the start may not be the people that you want to subscribe. You probably want the hardcore people who come at the end. It just seems crazy. I never understood it. Let's keep going.
Be notified of new content, and let's talk about Xbox's future and a very powerful console. Windows Central Jez Corden reported on an unorthodox.
Just real quick, I have to say, I made a tweet about this. The most powerful console, and I apologize for all the pausing, but personally, chat, I just really don't think the most powerful console stuff is the right way to go. I have never seen it work out. Like, when has the most powerful console ever worked out in sales? It's usually not. Like, really. Xbox, the original Xbox, was the loser. It was the most powerful one. The PS3 started as the loser for a long, long time. Most powerful one. I don't think the N64 was more powerful than the PS1, was it? Was it? But if it was, it proves my point again. I think there's, like, outliers, but, like, typically the most powerful one, it's not what people want when it comes to a console. You got Steve and Jeff telling you that, yeah, I want my console to do 120 frames 4K. Like, but Steve and Jeff are rocking a CRT TV because they can't afford it, okay? They can't afford that 4K TV. It's not happening. Nobody wants consoles for that. When I say nobody, I mean the mainstream. The powerful thing seems like such a waste of time to try to pursue and not the thing you should do for a console. For PC, it's different. And the whole premise behind that, as I've said many times on the stream, is anyone who wants graphics is such a niche thing. And when you hit someone with a niche, like a love for something that's super niche like that, or a niche, or however you want to pronounce it, that type of person, money is no object. They are going to save all their doubloons to get the most graphics because that's the thing they care about the most. So eventually they'll move away from the console and they'll get a PC. It may not happen tomorrow, may not happen next week, the next month. It will eventually happen. If you like graphics, you're going to go all the way. It's just going to happen. Some YouTubers got their average views from unsubscribed viewers, and that's why it always reminds them at the beginning for subbing. It's just the sub thing on YouTube. People just, I feel like most YouTubers just don't get it. They don't understand that, just don't annoy your viewers that way. I never do it.
Approach to lead the console market with more users and even higher subscriptions to Game Pass without relying on an Xbox console. But by using an Xbox console made by Samsung or Razer, Jez Corden explained, as we head into 2025, Xbox mostly won't have console exclusives going forward, but it may not.
If the Xbox makes a console, so they want to basically Windows it. They want Windows to be, if that's, so effectively they want it to be like Windows so anyone can make a PC and just use their OS. Why not just keep it Windows? I don't think that's the right answer personally, but so effectively they're going from dedicated device to something like a DVD player. Anyone can make a DVD player and they can play any game or any movie. But for the Xbox, it would be any game. And then they don't have to worry about having the most powerful thing. Man, that would mean there would be so many SKUs that developers would have to try to focus on. On paper, I like this idea. In practice, I think there's a real benefit to having a closed system because, again, with a DVD perspective, like a movie perspective or streaming perspective, when it comes to content like music or movies, it is a passive experience. You're just watching it. You're really not really connected to it. You just sit on the couch or you sit anywhere. You watch your thing. You listen to your thing. You do your thing with the content there. With games, it's an active experience where I'm connecting. I'm touching the game. I want to be involved. I want to have the best experience. And that goes beyond just graphics. That's how many people have played games on PC where you run into hackers and it's super frustrating. But on console, it's a more closed off system. Not to say hackers just don't happen, but it's a little bit less aggressive due to the nature of it being a closed system. So I just worry that opening it up like that just kind of loses the benefit of a console. I mean, at the end of the day, you look at the sales of all the consoles, we're in the hundreds of millions for these things. And people clearly like the closed console market. But I don't know. Let's keep listening.
Not even matter. Increasingly, PlayStation is bringing its games to Steam, and Valve is about to let manufacturers build consoles based on its OS. Right. Which will be full of PlayStation's games and Xbox games. Xbox and even other console users are going to need a way to preserve their games beyond the restrictions of a console that dictates access to ownership. The only true platform that keeps your purchases indefinitely is PC. Xbox knows this, and they are working with major brands to change what an Xbox console is. But will Xbox make a conventional Xbox console? Yes. Will they also have Xbox consoles available without the logo on them? Believe it or not, yes. Jez Corden says instead of there being fewer Xbox branded devices sold next gen, there will be more than ever. But they might not all be built by Microsoft or Xbox themselves. All of the Xbox hardware and platform teams right now and...
Chat, how do we feel about this? This doesn't sit right with me. It just feels like we're going to get... games are already the most broken they've ever been. I feel like we're slowly trying to get out of that. And there's two things. First, they're adding so many different SKUs from other companies. They would have to have a pretty good vetting process, or maybe none at all, to just let people do whatever and have the OS. But then there comes a time where, again, it's an active experience where I play the game on this new Samsung console. or I don't know, let's pick another type of brand, an LG console, whatever, and it plays worse, but I don't know because I got this thing at $200 and mom and pop got it for like $200 Black Friday or whatever, and so I'm playing my LG Xbox and it doesn't have the same experience, so it's a deterrence. Now, I think, I being mom and pop, think that games aren't as fun as they actually are because they're running badly. I guess it's like phones, but at the same time, Steam has done this with the Steam machines and nobody really cared. I don't just buy a PC. I think it would probably go the opposite way. Not a 2K console, although I do think there will be companies that will try and do a premium console, which I don't think is out of the realm of possibility. I mean, we've said many times, like the PS5 Pro, I think that price point, where it's at $799 American, is totally justified if you include like native backwards compatibility with all of their PlayStation games, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like, to me, it's the ultimate PlayStation. Then it seems justified. But I think it would go the opposite way, where if you get all these manufacturers, you're going to get, like when you go into like a phone store, there's all those weird brands making phones, right? Like Android phones, like where they're just like, they're lame, but like they're cheap. They're not meant to be anything. It's supposed to get you, just to give you a basic phone that does like point A to B type of stuff, and then you're good, right? Goose Morning on to you, Pat the Troll. I don't know. Let's keep listening, Mr. Colt Eastwood.
Answer to Sarah Bond, and she is in charge of the Xbox Everywhere strategy. Below Sarah Bond is Jason Ronald, who is now known as Vice President of Next Gen. Jason is in charge specifically of executing the new Xbox hardware ecosystem from first party. However, there is another individual that the Xbox community rarely talks about who actually leads Xbox's hardware ecosystem. Rowan Sones came to Xbox a couple of years ago. Jez Corden explains that Sones is a 22-year Microsoft vet and was previously Microsoft's Windows OEM lead, responsible for developing partnerships between Microsoft and PC manufacturers like Dell, Lenovo, Asus, and the Steam Deck. Rowan sees the value of games being powered by more than just one piece of plastic, especially in an era where $200 or $300 million video game budgets do not see a return on investment when selling just a few million copies. Before you assume that this is
Man, it just doesn't sit right with me, like, because Xbox is the most open that it's ever been. Ever, by far. Like cross-play, cross-progression across all devices, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, the PC, it's all open, and yet I don't ever touch mine. Ever. I go on PC just because it's easy to stream, but I've started buying more PlayStation stuff, to be honest with you. And again, it's because the games, like, I like Sony's, to me, I I think Sony's strategy of they wait a year for time releases, I think that makes total sense. You prioritize the people who went for your PlayStation 5 ecosystem. You make sure that they're $600 or whatever, $500, whatever it is. I don't remember the price. But you make sure they are the happiest. They're the ones that gave you money. Everything else is noise. They gave you money for their console. You make sure they're happy. And then once they've been satisfied, you give the scraps over to PC. And you collect like residual sales over there, right? Buying, not finishing. First off, how dare you? If the new Halo will be good on Xbox, we'll use it to promote consoles for sure. There's heavy rumors that the new Halo is apparently going to be coming to PlayStation. And it's like, why would I do that? So here's the thing. Like, let's say they do this, okay? Let's say they go and make it so anyone can make an Xbox. And they put their games on everything. Would you buy a Samsung Xbox? Would you buy an LG Xbox? Would you buy whatever Xbox is available? Or would you just buy a PlayStation 5? It doesn't even matter what Samsung makes. It doesn't even matter what LG makes, what Huawei makes, pick a company. Because if Xbox is going on everything, why would you not just buy a PlayStation 5? Like, at the end of the day, Microsoft's whole thing is let's go super broad and let's make sure that we can get sales on across every single device. Let's reduce the friction, which I think works if everybody's doing that. Then Microsoft is competing. But right now, Sony's a closed system, and they're pretending like that has no effect on them. Like, because the perspective is like, they make money off game sales and game microtransactions, of course, right? They sell Indiana Jones on Xbox. They make money on that. They make money on Game Pass subscriptions. They make money on microtransactions and any Xbox console sales. However, if it's purchased on the Xbox app, if it's purchased on the Xbox consoles, there's no 30% tax they have to take on all these sales. Whereas now, like if their most popular game, let's say they come out with Halo 7 and it comes out across all devices, my assumption is it's going to be more popular on PlayStation 5, and then every single microtransaction, I keep saying Michael transaction. I'm just going to call it Michael transaction, dude. Okay? I'm sick of it. Every single Michael transaction is going to be taxed at 30% on PlayStation devices, on Steam devices, and Microsoft gets whatever. Like, I'm not seeing the business logic, given how strong of a competitor Sony is right now. Like, maybe if Sony was making bad games, but they're not. They take a long time, but they're making great stuff.
Just an Xbox or Microsoft problem. Remember, Hiroki Totoki, the lead of Sony and PlayStation, has expressed that the PlayStation is not enough and that they want to put their games wherever there is compute.
However, true, that is true. They have been saying that, but never at the same time. Never at the same time. That's been consistent. It's always been a year later. Always. Helldivers 2, I think, is the only exception, like, that I can think of. I can't think of anything else. So, and I mean, based off the way people reacted with the PSN stuff, I don't think they're going to be doing day and date ever again. I think they would just release on the PlayStation, make sure PSN is like stapled in because you need it for PlayStation 5, and then release it a year later where you need PSN now. And they just bought a huge stake in the company that owns Elden Ring, so is Elden Ring now exclusive to PlayStation devices? Maybe. And I'm very curious to see how that pans out.
Game budgets have ballooned so far into cessate, even the mighty brand PlayStation, putting their games on PC as soon as possible. Jez Corden reported that role.
What are we talking about? A year. It's not as soon as possible. As soon as possible would be the same day. That's a blatant lie. That's not true. It's not as soon as possible. It's a year. It's a strategic year. You can say it's not, but it is. Everybody forgets about Concord Wizard. Everybody.
On Sones was
Including
specifically brought in to help forge Xbox's future, which increasingly looks a lot more like Valve and Steam than PlayStation and Nintendo. At CES 2025, Valve will debut its first non-Valve Steam PCs in partnership with Lenovo.
I don't even think you can, like, games go on sale on PC on all device or on all storefronts. Microsoft's Xbox store, you can buy the game there, or Steam. No one does it on Xbox. If anything, they get the Game Pass version, they download it, and then they move on. Am I wrong, chat? That's pretty much how it works out. And that's because Steam is a better platform. That's just 100%. I think we would all agree that Steam is just an 1,000% better platform than what Xbox's app is. But even in a world where the Xbox app is at the same parity as the Steam app, why would you go to Xbox? Just why? Benny says, from a dev perspective, what happens to the SKU quality assurance and control if you're asking devs to create games to be playable on several platforms? I can only imagine that it won't be as bare metal any longer, and you'll have it running on DirectX 12 the same way you would on Windows, which also means you'll lose out on performance gains you get from platform optimization. Kind of defeats the point of a console. It does defeat the point of console. I honestly think. And this is not, look, I'm an Xbox fan. I grew up an Xbox fan. Actually, I grew up a Nintendo fan, and then I became an Xbox stan. But I think Microsoft's strategy of, like, breaking down the barriers is so wrong to what a console's supposed to be. A console is not supposed to be about choice. Console is supposed to be the exact opposite of choice. The console's purpose is supposed to be plug, play, you don't think, and that's it. And the way consoles are today is not that. Like, Nintendo's is the closest, but it's limited based off of the... Why is it so bright in here? But it's limited... Hold on. This is killing me. It's like, it looks like the freaking sun is behind me, dude. Looks like I'm on... Pick a place. There it is. It's better. Yeah, Nintendo's the closest, but it's a limited platform that's like 7 years old at this point. And Sony's is closer too, but there's a bunch of like really annoying stuff with the... Yeah, we're going to rant about the update stuff. We definitely will. That's 100%. That ruined my holiday week. We'll touch on that later. We'll touch on that later.
Whoa. Xbox's Jason Ronald will also be there, possibly to talk about third-party OEM...
Dude, how did the Xbox Series S not look like a cube? If you make the Xbox Series X a rectangle, why would you not make the S look like a cube? To me, when they showed the X, I was like, okay, this is a look, I can get behind this, and I've grown to really like the look of the X. Then they showed the S, and I was like, you guys didn't even try. That is just an Xbox One S without a disk drive, and it looks worse. Disgusting. It should have looked like this. And I'm not even like, whatever, engineering, maybe it's difficult. I don't care. There's no brand synergy. They don't look like the same family. I don't know why they would do that. Like, if Apple makes a phone, right? There's the iPhone, there's the iPhone Plus, iPhone Pro, and iPhone Pro Max. They all basically look the same. They're just different sizes, different camera levels, and different specific color finishes. The Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X look completely different. Like, to the average consumer, you might even assume that one is from a previous generation. God.
Consoles being fully backed by the Xbox brand. The Steam OS is much more advantageous for gaming handhelds or a console form factor, and Valve's Steam Box in today's gaming space. And Microsoft and Xbox's platform requires much more customization and tinkering to have full integration from third-party gaming devices. This is where the universal Xbox dashboard comes into play. There are rumors that Xbox is working...
Bro, this looks like the thing I built, but worse. Yo, what the heck, dude? This looks like the dashboard I made, but worse. How are they going to do me like that, dude?
On a universal Xbox dashboard, which will finally bring it into next generation with a unified UI and touchscreen or controller supported system that will be perfect for handhelds.
Yo, seriously, I'm a little offended. What the heck? My dashboard looked 1,000 times better. What the heck? That's upsetting.
Desktop PCs and console devices, which would be perfect for the rumored third-party OEM consoles. Picture this. Samsung or Razer, major hardware manufacturers, Lenovo, Dell, could make their own bespoke Xbox-style console that will fully support SteamOS, but most importantly, this Xbox dashboard. The same exact...
Picture this. A PlayStation has all of the games that you'd need. What are we talking about? If Xbox goes third party with this third party OS thing, again, why would I not get a PlayStation? I would get every game. And if the whole concept is like, but SteamOS would be on these you're complicating it. Number one, those PC games will not run well on a console. I'm talking about the ones that you'd want a mouse for. Like, you're not going to play CS on a console. You're just not going to play Counter-Strike on a console. It will never happen, bro. They released it on a console. They released Counter-Strike Global Offensive on the Xbox. No one played it, dude. It died. Valve just left it. It's never going to happen. They're two separate, like, target audiences. Bro, I just don't understand the logic from the Xbox crowd. I grew up loving Xbox. I just cannot understand backing this. In what world would it work? Yeah, we're going third party. We're letting everybody else just make their consoles, and they can just do their thing. And our games are going to be playable on every single device, and it's going to be awesome. And we've got a really strong bit. Like, also, the PlayStation is the definitive best console to get if you care about HD gaming, because it has all Sony's exclusives, Xbox exclusives, and most PC games that comes to Steam are set up for the PlayStation controller and all that stuff as well. So it's going to be there too. I don't get it.
Exact dashboard experience you'd get on console carried over to a non-Xbox gaming device, meaning all of your achievements, your progress, your friends and parties, capturing methods, and most importantly, the entitlement of your game purchases on Xbox console would directly come over. A Samsung console with full integration of Xbox means that your new Xbox-style console would play nearly every PC game available across multiple storefronts, but most importantly, bring over every single Xbox game you can play right now on an Xbox console, which includes over 4,000 backward-compatible titles.
I just don't understand. Why would I care? Why would I care? The real money is in the mainstream person. The mainstream person does not have a giant PC library. Why would I care? Why would I care? Why would I care, chat? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. I just don't see how this will make any sense for a mainstream win. I got to preface it with mainstream win. Goose, you're trying to make sense. They don't make sense. I want to understand it. Like, there's no way I see Microsoft going third party will make more money than had they just doubled down on a first party closed console. There's just no way. I see no way. I don't comprende.
Titles, all without repurchasing them on PC storefronts. The best part of all this, since it's a Steam-based...
Like, again, it's just like the repurchase thing. Look at the top 10 most played games in the entire world. It's like GTA 5, Minecraft, Fortnite, Call of Duty, one of the FIFAs, probably a Madden in there, Rocket League, Overwatch, and there's two others I can't remember. Sea of Thieves, I think, might be up there. Like, these are old games. They're not being repurchased, and they're also free. So the majority of people aren't even doing this. It's League of Legends. Excellent point, yeah. League of Legends as well. And you're never going to play League on a console.
Or Windows Xbox-based console, not even created by Xbox, is that it would also support 50-some flagship PlayStation exclusives that are now available on PC platforms. This means you can play all of your favorite games, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, on an Xbox-like console connected to your TV.
Brother, that's a PlayStation 5, but you get the games first. He's describing a PlayStation 5, but the inverse. Now, with SteamOS integration, you can play the PC ports of PlayStation games on your Xbox console, developed by Samsung. Or you could just get a PlayStation 5 and play every game because Microsoft's putting them everywhere.
With your favorite controller.
I don't comprehend
Jez Gordon goes on to explain that despite minor variances of the Xbox and PlayStation platforms, they are virtually identical. Both are based on x86 architecture AMD chips that diverge almost arbitrarily. He says that as costs in general rise and new users into the gaming ecosystem flatline, the ability to grow margins and deliver for stakeholders becomes constrained. Another potentially less self-destructive...
Well, the reason that the margins are becoming constrained is because you're spending $300 million on Spider-Man 2. Like, you are spending too much money on your games. Way too much. There should be a limit in which you all get a giant message across the company where, like, a bot says, it's too far. The juice is not worth the squeeze. At the end of the day, there should be way more smaller games. Smaller games. Okay? No one needs 1,000 200-hour a billion experiences. It should be a rare thing. You should make smaller games to test out your bigger games, see what people like, learn new things and experiment in a way that it's way more risk averse while you build up to your bigger games. Spider-Man did make money. We don't know if it's profitable yet. We would assume so. But the idea is like Spider-Man 2 costing $300 million when it's the same New York map. There's a new section. Yes, some guy in the comments can say that, but it doesn't matter. The point is, it's the same map. It's minor variations of the costumes. And then, of course, the campaign. Like, 300 million is a lot. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, if you're a GTA 6, by all means, spend everything. You will make it back. Even if it's not good, it will make so much money on the first day. It's history. People have to play it. People will play it. You know? But, like, spending hundreds of millions of dollars on, like, you know, Rare's Everwild. You know, Rare is making that Everwild game that was shown in, like, 2017. It's been 7 years. Brother, it's not going to sell that much. There's a possibility, but why would you take such a huge risk? Makes no sense. Right? How much did Balatro cost to make? A fantastic point. And it's like one person. It's like, make those little tests. I see no reason why these big AAA companies do not try to take these little games, build them out internally, allow their developers to get some creative freedom to learn new things, and you have such a massive amount of like profit gain. Like your margins would be so much higher. You have all this talent that could build these small games really fast. Test them out, see what people like, make the next Balatro, make the next Super Meat Boy, make the next, I don't know, pick a thing. You know? It's always been surprising to me. Because at the end of the day, and I make this argument all the time, Halo 3 is a fantastic game. It was made with 200 people at Bungie, okay? Given the fact that the tools have grown, the experience of the industry has grown, the hardware running these tools has grown, everything has increased exponentially. How is it more expensive to make another Halo 3? How? How does every Halo game not have the same feature set that Halo 3 came out with in 2007? That's what I think a lot of players don't understand. How are we here? This doesn't make sense. And quite frankly, I will say, I don't think players have a problem with the cost of these big AAA games costing, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars. But then if they're going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars, I think most players would say, game companies, maybe don't hedge your bets on something super risky like a Star Wars Outlaws, like a Skull and Bones, like an X-Defiant. Like maybe hedge your bets on something a little bit more safe. Because nobody wants to see anybody fail. We just want great games. But I feel like these guys are stepping over so many rakes, and it's frustrating for everyone to watch. Because quite frankly, I don't know what you guys have seen online, but I feel like the majority of the discourse, regardless of how hostile it could be, majority of it is pretty much like, you guys are making crazy decisions. Like, you guys are making crazy decisions. You guys got to relax over there, Mr. AAA gamers. Would most people be happy with a step back in graphic fidelity? Dude, here's the thing. That's an excellent point by Benny Wheelie. Go back to Uncharted 4. It looks insane. And that was like 2016, something like that, 2015. Go back to Red Dead Redemption 2, 2017. Red Dead Redemption 2 looks incredible. We don't need more giraffics, okay? Like, I have my Xbox Series X box there that I brought over to my family for Christmas. On this box, look what it says. Look what this box says. Look at this. 8K. It says 8K. 8. I saw it the other day when I brought it back home, and I was like, bro, you barely got 4. Relax. We don't need the 4K. We don't need it. We need more Nicki Minaj skins. He's banned. The man is banned. Get him out of here.
Destructive way developers could save money is porting games between systems, even if that can be more streamlined. Jez says in essence, it's his prediction that the next Xbox consoles will essentially be more PC-like than ever before.
Stupid
Xbox
decision.
CEO Phil Spencer has hinted as much. We need to describe the desire to bring third-party stores like Epic, GOG, and
Stupid
Steam
decision.
to Xbox consoles. You can't
It's too complicated for the mainstream. The problem with adding multiple stores so people can be more competitive is a great idea on paper. In practice, mom and dad, Bob, Steve, the Call of Duty players, the Madden players, they're going to pick the one store that they feel most comfortable on. They're not going to do that. It sounds good on paper. No one's going to do it.
really achieve that, Jez says, if the console itself can't run Win32 Windows game packages natively. The best part about a third-party OEM console like from Samsung, Lenovo, or Dell means that the game console can be much more powerful. It can be...
No one cares about power. I hate that this is still a concept. Microsoft launched the most powerful console this generation, up until the PS5 Pro. Ain't nobody cared. The most popular console still is the Switch. It's a 7-year-old piece of plastic with the most uncomfortable controllers known to man. What are we talking about? Look at the top 10 most played games of the year that I just mentioned earlier. None of them are like recent. They're old. They don't look graphically amazing. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Even less constrained from the normal price point. Right now, the price point for consoles is somewhere around $600 or $700. Looking into next generation, thanks to PlayStation.
And honestly, that's a problem as well, okay? Because the thing is with the previous consoles, and I don't think it's this way anymore, the thing with the previous consoles, they sold them at a loss because the game sales on those consoles would effectively bring them back into profit. They knew most people will buy on average 2 games every year. They'll take the 30% on that. If they're first party, they get the full amount of that. And now with digital, they get even more of that pie. So the idea was, let's give a wholesale version of a console that no one else can make at a loss so that we can recoup sales with our game stuff. And now we live in a world where these games are purely digital. They are sold the majority of all sales are digital, and there's a record number of microtransactions. These consoles should they should be so cheap. There's no planet you should be selling consoles this expensive. There's no planet, at least with what they're offering. They make too much money on the back end for this to even make sense. Do you understand? You shouldn't care about profit on the hardware. It should effectively work the same way it does with Fortnite. It's a free-to-play game. They're not trying to make profit on you downloading Fortnite. They don't need you to buy it. It's way more profitable to get you into the game, having fun, playing the game, and then you get the microtransactions, you get the battle passes, and boom, should be a loss leader. 100%. 100%. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. And that's how the consoles used to work, and for whatever reason, they're not. It should be a loss leader.
And Xbox's price point right now. Next generation, a console from a company.
Now, again, I apologize for the pausing, but if it's supposed to be a loss leader, okay, and it works the way the free-to-play games work, where the games become a product, okay, that's how the console should work to offer the best value for consumers. How does that work when your stuff goes third-party? Because the third-party consoles can't collect on those profits. They aren't getting a 30% tax. Let's back that up, okay? Because I think this is super important. In the OG days, like I mentioned, you sold the console at a loss. You can recoup with a huge amount of sales of games across a giant scale. Every person buys 2 a year, roughly, on average, and multiply that by the millions of people that are buying these consoles, your player base, okay? The more players you have, the more game sales you get, the more microtransactions, the more sales you get. You're making profit on every single one of those. If it's first party, you even make even more profit. If it's digital, you make even more profit. Now, I'm a third-party company. Let's say I'm Samsung. Let's just go Razer. I'm Razer. I'm making my Xbox using the Microsoft third-party app. Where am I making money? You'd be making on the hardware, which notoriously is not the thing that makes money. Chat! For the love of God! Which means if you're making money on the hardware level, the only way you could theoretically make the most money is by making expensive consoles, which we've seen time and time again. Look at the PS5 Pro. Look at the Xbox One. Like when it first announced, gamers don't, like the majority don't want to spend that. Do we see the business model makes no sense?
Like Samsung could be in the range of $1,000, but be much more powerful and more capable for.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, man. Who would buy it? Brother, who would buy it? If you're going to spend $1,000 on a console, even if it has Steam OS, why would you not just get a PC? Because here's the thing again that people miss out when they say, well, you can have an expensive console that can play your PC games and you can play your PC games there. It's not the same. On a PC, the amount of productivity you get on there, I can do email, I can watch YouTube videos way easier, I can watch streams, I can stream content, I can actually make YouTube videos, I can edit videos, I can code, I can do so much things on a PC that the additional cost is like a no-brainer. Why wouldn't I? Okay, I'll just play games everywhere where I can actually be productive. Because on my PC, you know, like I'm an educator, I'm a creator, like it's meant to play games. It's meant to stream to you guys here on YouTube, Twitch, and on Twitter, right? It's meant to allow me to edit. It's meant to allow me to not finish game. How do you just roast me like that midpoint? First time chatter, Sam Gaming asks, do you think Game Pass is a good thing? Zenkai Goose. First off, shout out to our first time chatters. We love our first time chatters, don't we, chat? Let's send some love to our first time chatters. Game Pass in the short term is a fantastic thing. Okay? In the long term, it's a giant problem. Because what's going to happen is if Game Pass becomes the most popular thing, what will happen is everyone will make their own subscriptions. And the whole idea is Game Pass is supposed to be exclusive agnostic. It runs everywhere. It just plays everything. But if subscriptions become the new meta in the gaming space, which it looks like they're trying to make that the meta, exclusives will become worse than they've ever been, ever. Just look at Netflix, just look at HBO Max, just look at Disney Plus. No one puts their exclusive content on other platforms. You won't see Squid Game Season 2 on Disney Plus. That's the whole game. Now the whole reason you'd have a subscription, like the reason a person would get a subscription is for the exclusive content. Like that's the thing. So now when everybody tries to get their own subscription, you're going to have a billion subscriptions, like we mentioned in the chat, Ubisoft, EA Play. Honestly, I'm actually surprised Steam doesn't have one. Thank God Valve just like tries to just be like the dopest company in the gaming space. Like they're just like, yeah, we're just going to make great products and let the community do whatever they want. Like, but Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, like that's what you're going to have. So in the long term, Game Pass could be a huge problem, and I don't want to play my games on an always online subscription. I want to have my games. I want them to be physical. I want them to work immediately. I don't want them to have a billion updates. I want to just play my game. I like those games. I like my Zeldas. I like my God of Wars. I like my Uncharted's. I like my like normal Halo campaigns, my Gears of Wars. I like that. I want to play them. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, but I just think Game Pass long-term is going to be a ridiculously bad problem for the industry, personally. Right now, in the short term, it's fantastic for the value you get. Fantastic. I use it Actually, I have a personal subscription and a YouTube subscription for Zenkai Goose.
Games, giving your hardware much more longevity, especially with very demanding game engines right now. The new Xbox console and even future hardware with new GPUs and OEM third-party consoles would be subsidized in power with new AI graphics cores.
Consoles don't need all that power. 60 frames per second. Call of Duty's proven this. You just need 60 frames. Make it run super smooth. Make it great gameplay. That's all you need. Call of Duty's notoriously been the worst graphics in comparison to like Halo. Now Call of Duty looks beautiful, but back in the day, Call of Duty took a graphical hit to get locked 60 frames. People have shown time and time again, they prefer that.
Built into the hardware, this means more performance, higher frame rates, and higher resolutions without building a $2,000 or $3,000 desktop PC. But it's the $2,000-$3,000 stuff. If you are huge into graphics, you will spend the ridiculous amount for a 5070, whenever that comes, because you love graphics. If you don't do it today, if you don't do it tomorrow, if you don't do it next year, you will eventually do it if you care about graphics. It is a niche thing, and when someone likes something niche, whether it's golf, trading cards, cars, anything, the niche will spend as much money as it takes because that is their hobby. They're justified to do so. That's all they like. They will go all the way. If they only like World of Warcraft, I guarantee you, they bought that 90-door Brutosaur mount. You disgust me, by the way. I respect you, but you disgust me. Games that are most important, especially for people who want to sit down with a gaming-style console or a desktop or handheld. And Jez...
Actually, Nightly brings up something interesting in the chat. Like, there's a market for overpriced graphics cards, so there must be a need for overpriced consoles. Two things, Nightly. Number one, overpriced graphics cards, I totally agree with you. But what's more popular? Like, do the majority of people have overpriced graphics card? Or is it, a smaller niche? So that's number one. And number two, when I'm playing on a PC, I want that overpriced feeling. And I can use that muscle of my graphics card for many other things. Again, video editing, all this stuff. Like, you can basically make the purchasing decision a lot softer of a blow, given the fact you can go, okay, well, I can also use this for this, this, this. And people do the same thing for phones, right? Well, if I spend the extra money on this camera, I can use it for social media. I can use it for pictures. I can grow. I can make money on this. And it's like, okay, I can do this faster. It makes sense. Console, it's entertainment device. Like, there's not much to justify there other than I want to have the most fun for the most amount of money. It's a lot tougher of something to salvage there, I would say.
Corden explains that the Xbox Play Anywhere initiative, the ability to play all your games back and forth with cross-save and progression on Windows PC and over to Xbox, needs to become an industry standard for games being ported to Windows. There are hundreds of games that support Play Anywhere, but this is a feature that Xbox needs to lean back into, which will make cross-entitlement across all of these devices ubiquitous. Jez hopes that...
I think it's a good feature. I just don't... If I was Microsoft, I just wouldn't put my stuff anywhere other than the Xbox Store and Xbox consoles. I would really try to win with my ecosystem, personally. But if it's not selling, I would also take that as a piece of data that says people don't care. How many people realistically are going from Xbox to PC? Realistically. The average person, I don't think, is doing that. They're playing on PC, they're playing on Xbox. I don't think they're going back and forth. Like, this is a niche thing. I do it. I did it with Indiana Jones over the weekend. But it's not normal.
For at least the next-gen systems, Microsoft will drop the anachronistic paywall for premium multiplayer games. He says it would make absolutely zero sense if you could run the Epic Store on the Xbox and then be asked to pay to play online. Dropping the paywall for next...
See, this is a perfect example. This is actually a hot take, chat. I think the online paid model is a good idea for the consoles. It's a good idea. If that paid model is used to combat cheaters. Because if I cheat or I manipulate something, whatever, I make the player experience, or even if I'm insanely rude or something, I'm ruining the player experience for my console users, and you gave me your credit card where I have full access to your identification, if I'm Microsoft, like, you are banned. And I can only do that by forcing you to pay. Now, the payment being $10 a month, I think is probably a little high. I'd probably keep it low. I just basically need access to your credit card if I'm Microsoft. But then it's like an easy ban. You know, I ban you forever. You have to get another credit card. I've increased the likelihood that you won't be able to come back, which is better for my users. At the end of the day, if I'm a company and you buy my console, my goal is to make it the best place to play for you. I don't care about my anywhere else. I think Sony does this brilliantly. But like, this is effectively what Twitter does. Twitter does, like, if you use premium to Twitter Premium, the idea is effectively like, we know your credit card. So if you're a bot, GG. Don't they already ban the console itself if it's modded? Yeah, you can ban on the console today. That is a thing. But if it's not linked to a credit card, what stops me from just making another account and then just doing it again and again and again and again and again? Like, there's no friction. You know, I could just make a billion Smurfs. But if I have your credit card, and for you to make a new account, I always need that same credit card, or that's the only credit card you have, then I could just keep banning you. Like, I see your name. I see your name. I see your billing address. I know who you are. So you got to get a new credit card. Okay, well, how many people are realistically going to do that? To me, that's how I would work with bans, personally. Or you could even include a tax system where it's like, hey, man, you keep cheating on Call of Duty Warzone. You have no life. You are ruining this for people who really want to have fun on the Xbox. You now have to pay $10 a month, whereas everybody else has to pay $3 a month for Xbox Live. Hey, you did it again? Well, you got to pay $20 a month. Now, I can't speak on the legality of that, but that's an easy way you can use credit cards to incentivize better behavior and basically get rid of the really annoying people making that stuff worse for your players. Because again, you just care about your players. So I don't think that's actually a good win. On paper it is, but in practice there's so many benefits to having an online system. The way Microsoft and Sony are handling it by giving out free games and having online seems weak for the amount of money you're spending. I wouldn't do that. Drop the price. It's meant to have the credit card. And in fact, if you reported someone on Xbox Live and they were banning, and you did that, you've saved the company time by finding someone who's making a worse experience for your consumers. Give them some of that Xbox Live money. Give them a cash. Give them Microsoft points. Like, basically use the subscription of online play to incentivize good behavior and decentivize bad behavior, right? A bounty of some sort. Exactly. I see no reason why no company does that. Twitter technically does it. They just don't do, well, Twitter technically does the bounty through impressions, like impression farming. You can get paid for making content, but like, that's all it is. I see no reason why that's not done on consoles, and to me, an online paid system makes a total sense. But if you think about the problem for 2 seconds and go, well, over here it's free and over here it's not, well, yeah, obviously having no payment is good. Makes sense. But if you think a little bit further, now in Steam's case, Steam technically has access to Marketplace. They can do other things because they get other sales happening there. And Steam has access to purchasing games and stuff on their service. So maybe they could do some things there. But I see no reason why you wouldn't do that, personally. Anyways, let's continue.
Gen might also encourage existing Xbox users to upgrade to a greater cadence than we've seen between the Xbox One and Series X and S generation. Jez says if this shiny new Xbox device is a PC, then it needs to behave like one, both for consumers and developers. And for manufacturers, Jez says, for that matter, given Rohan Sohn's expertise, you'd have to assume that this Windows-like Xbox ecosystem would also lend itself to a licensing model. Manufacturers like Lenovo, Asus, and others that are building SteamOS gaming devices would also be able to build their own Xbox OS gaming devices. For Mike,
how would you make money?
Microsoft, Jez explains, this would solve their global footprint issue when it comes to distributing hardware. Jez explains that Microsoft is poor.
If they can make money, they will make the consoles. How are they making money?
When it comes to marketing and representing its products with retailers outside of the US. What if you could get Samsung to promote their own Xbox hardware locally in Korea? What if you could get an Asus Xbox promoted in Taiwan? Microsoft could keep the spec recommendations tight to ensure consistency for console consumers who expect things to, quote,
there's a bunch of just words being said with no understanding of how this stuff works. I don't... At the end of the day, you got to make money. If you can't make money, I no comprende. Selling a $700 portable like the Asus ROG Ally? Yeah, but how popular is that thing? Really? Is this a huge moneymaker? I don't know.
Just work, while also having OEMs develop devices and price points that perhaps have stronger regional appeal. Jez Corden also focuses on some of the concerns that fans would have, saying it's not impossible that consumers wouldn't just wholesale reject these ideas, particularly if executed poorly. The big fear in the Xbox community is that we'll end up losing access to our digital games if Microsoft isn't able to protect the current hardware ecosystem.
No.
Encouraging users to engage.
Microsoft's whole thing is giant backwards compatibility from the PC space, the Xbox space. Microsoft will retain backwards compatibility. They're fantastic at it. That is one of the things I think they do phenomenally well. And I wish they'd focus more on with the backwards compatibility thing. To me, that's a huge win. That's a huge leg up over your competitors. And the fact that Sony doesn't offer PS1 to 4 backwards compatibility, like I would have recommended you build the PlayStation 5 to support every single, like, the marketing of me taking a PlayStation 1 disc and putting it into the new PS5 when it's announced, and it just works, brother, the crowd would explode. And then you do that for every single PlayStation device, bro. That thing would sell like hotcakes. Hotcakes.
Age with Xbox on devices that aren't attached to the Xbox ecosystem means if people want to buy the next generation official Xbox console, would they still get all of the games if the official Xbox console got less support? Jez says if Microsoft does execute on this vision, it could totally change the games industry and ensure Xbox's long-term hardware future. The future is increasingly becoming less platform or especially plastic console reliant. In an era where franchises could live or die if they do not see enough customers, especially when restricted to one console. The future is bigger games being available to millions and millions of players, and Xbox has more studios and franchises than any other console platform competitor.
And a lot bigger payroll. A lot bigger payroll. Granted, they are a $3 trillion company, wherever the heck they are now, but the amount of, think about it, from the amount of risk, all these companies going at it, every game has to hit, dude. Every game has to hit. Goose Morning on to you, Power Playing, you beautiful little rascal. When you have this many companies, man, every game has to hit. And what's really interesting is, like, on the hardware level, they want to go third party, so their stuff plays everywhere. But in the game level, they want first party everything. Why wouldn't you just contract out constantly? You know? It's just interesting how the two are, like, interchanged. It's like, to me, when I see all these companies, specifically the big dogs, Bethesda, 343, now Activision, all that stuff, like, man, a lot of money. Like, the Initiative's been at it for a while now, right? 3 or 4 years. Expensive. Compulsion's a lot smaller. Playground would be expensive. Rare, expensive. Like, what do they even... granted, they have Sea of Thieves, so that's doing well for them. It's expensive, man. Really expensive.
And they can leverage this power by making their games available to nearly everyone, as long as they buy it from Xbox. The future of several Xbox consoles having choice to play one or your favorite manufacturer, maybe Samsung or Razer or even Steam. This provides...
Has he not said the same thing over and over again?
...a more exciting gaming future than ever before. The power of your purchase and the prospect of playing however you want, not being limited by power provided by an outdated piece of plastic, makes next generation seem more exciting than ever before.
No.
This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much, and special thanks to Windows Central Jez Corden for writing this really great article. I had reported on this about 4 months ago, and this discussion has been going on for a long time. The prospect of playing a more powerful console. Now, I had an opportunity a couple of years ago to talk to an Xbox.
What just happened there? Was he looking at a script? Was he looking at a script?
Hardware developer that was talking about the power of consoles and how they become obsolete over time. And I asked, what if there was $1,000 console? Would you guys be interested in making something like that would provide more power and more longevity for its hardware in the generation? And he asked, how many around you would want to buy a $1,000 console? Not a lot of people raised their hands. Now,
that's a silly thing. Like, again, like, I think you ask anyone, hey, would you guys want to spend, would you guys want to spend $130,000 Canadian for a truck? An electric truck is pretty much worse, looks weird. Would you guys be interested in that? I guarantee you no hands go up, and yet the Cybertruck is doing A-OK. You know what I mean? Of course, if you ask that question, it's not gonna do anything. Like I said time and time again, and we said earlier in this video, like the PlayStation 5 Pro coming out at $799. You do that with every single PlayStation running on it, that thing's selling like hotcakes, dude. In fact, we saw it sell like hotcakes as soon as they added the limited supply 30th year anniversary. It just comes down to context. It comes down to context. You can sell anything at any price as long as the value is worth it. And when it comes to like the 30th anniversary thing, like that thing became so rare that it's worth more than what it's selling for. So of course, it's like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to get this thing. It's rare. And you can do it in a multitude of ways. But just asking a crowd open like that is incredibly stupid.
It's not on Xbox to put out an expensive $1,000 or $1,000+ console, but if they can get third parties to offer that, you're seeing that people are willing to pay more for hardware, but it's a specialized market. If Xbox...
Here's the thing with third party, going to third party. There is a giant benefit going third party. It's nothing like what's been mentioned in this video, but like the benefit for going third party is you get access to brand new ideas on the hardware level for a console, and then you might be able to find new innovative things on the hardware level that could be game changers. Because you have so many different minds coming at the same problem. Like, how do we sell a $1,000 console, right? Like, what do we do? Would we make it in gold? Well, that's probably the easy answer, and that's probably not going to work. But do we do a couple other things, and then all of a sudden now it's interesting, right? Like, PlayStation came at their console and PlayStation 3 with the motion sensing stuff, and obviously so did the Wii. And so that was like interesting. Like the Wii changed the game a little bit, right? With motion sensing and the pointing. Like that came out of nowhere. The idea of going third party on the console level opens you up to these brand new innovative ideas that wouldn't come internally from Microsoft's groupthink. Not to say they're not brilliant minds over there, but the idea is they think the way they think. You don't know what you don't know. And so by opening up, you get new ideas. That's why it's so good to be, to be collaborative and in like this open sense. You get really cool ideas.
Xbox can pull this off. If they can give me access on a console type set box to play all of my Xbox games, everything I've bought on Steam and Epic and everything else, even PlayStation games, right there with your controller, it's going to literally change the games industry. And it's really
There's no way it makes a dent. There's no way it does anything besides create confusion for multiple people. I just, look, I can't see a reason why. Why would it do that? I just don't see it. And in the handheld market, we talked about it earlier, obviously that's third party. The competition is so low. Like how many companies are really doing it? Like 3? You're okay. But in a world where this goes completely open third party, now everybody's doing it. I don't understand how you make money.
Way things are going to change. You're going to see PlayStation make shifts as they get into next generation where they are less plastic oriented with that one console. And even that could be a really great prospect for everybody involved and give you more purchasing power.
They did this with the Xbox Series S, and everybody hates it. Developers, like, what are we talking about, man?
Ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel if you want to further support what we're doing here on the...
Okay, that video was, look, more power to Colt Eastwood. I feel like he said the same thing for like 13 minutes. Chat, I don't know what you guys think, but personally for me, look, I appreciate Microsoft doing weird things, but I think Microsoft would be at a much bigger benefit if they actually tried to make a great console with great games. I feel like a console is supposed to be simplistic, easy to use, and you just, at a bare minimum, you have to beat your competitors. Right now, Sony just has better first-party games to make you want to use the console. So you got to do at least that to catch up, and then you have to do something more to get consumers to go over, to come back. I just don't think going third party, like, go third party if you want. I imagine most people will just buy more PlayStations. They'll just give up on the Xbox Series X and S, and then that's it. Yeah, I agree. It is a little too much time. Well, you know, we wanted to see what was going on with the PlayStation stuff. I think it was still a really interesting video, a lot of interesting discussions we got from this, so I think that was still fun. So I want to shout out Weezard for supporting that in the Discord. Let me grab the video if you want to watch it on your own time. There it is. It is linked in the channel. You know, that's Colt Eastwood. Xbox officially changing the next-gen console partnership, PC console hybrid plans. I don't know, chat. Let's see what happens. I could be wrong. I could be right. Well, I guess we'll never know. Chat, let's bring us back over to the scene that you want to see the most of. Kevin. Kevin. There he is. Oh, my God. He's beautiful. Look how clean Kevin is. Kevin is a freaking beautiful little Christmas mouse. Yeah, wow. Chat, can we just say one nice thing about Kevin now that he's beautiful? Go ahead.
Banned.
Well, that wasn't nice. That wasn't nice at all. Okay, quickly, chat, if you go into the Discord in the GML 48 mega thread, I'm going to go to the bathroom. React to the video you want us to look at next. Actually, there's a donkey video that could be good to watch.
You are still stained AF.
You guys are toxic, dude. Wait, look at my nails? What's wrong with my nails? What's wrong with them? So what if I chew?
Who's a little mouse?
Did I chew too far? See how like my pinky is staying like that? It's just literally because I was using it on my mouse. It's like dented. Does that mean I'm like dehydrated? Probably. I drink so much water. I never ever get hydrated. Yeah, chat, I'm going to go to the washroom really quick. Let me play some tunes. Quick bathroom break. Feel free to go into the Discord and vote on the topics you want us to discuss. And of course, don't forget we're doing Guess That Game.
Wash your hands.
Guess That Game. You think I won't? You're going to be washed, buddy. Okay? We're doing PlayStation 3 edition of Guess That Game at the end of the show, as we do each and every week. I'm very excited. This is the PlayStation 3
Flush.
edition. Oh, I will. Oh, I will. Chat, vote. Or don't. But you probably should. You probably should.
Bite on unwashed nails. Put the toilet seat down. Experience 8K gaming with Xbox Series S. Goose doesn't flush. He leaves floaters for others.
Chat, hold on. I want to make a coffee really quick. Quick coffee. Give me 1 second.
Is your toilet an Xbox? Fly touch. Hi YouTube and Twitter.
It's beginning to look a lot like Chat Smiths. Chat and chat and chat.
Cameron throw Kevin out the window.
Now hold on a frickin' Cameron, sit back down. Disgusting that you would even think for 1 second. What has happened? What has happened in this chat? Absolutely disgusting behavior. First off, hope you guys are feeling good. Now I'm gonna come in here and
UNC.
Why y'all calling me Unc? Why you gotta do me like that? Alright, chat. Cameron, stop the music. It's about to get serious. It's about to get serious. Chat, we got a couple doozies here, okay? We got a couple more doozies. We have some details on Assassin's Creed Hex. We have an Exodus gameplay trailer. Wizard has posted a news story. History is going to be kind to Star Wars Outlaws. That is crazy. We have a Donkey video, the future of AAA gaming. We have an Ackman video about Delta Force, the new Battlefield game. And we have some Spongeman AIM topics here on Twitter.com. Chat, which one are you most interested in? Assassin's Creed Hex, really? Holy smokes. It will be Guess That Game soon. Delta Force stinks? Really? Oh, dang, I thought it was supposed to be good. Poll it? God, he always gets it right, that guy. He's good. Ambassador of the channel, previous Ultimate Gamer. What do we call Mr. Danny Lemon, since technically he won his trophy? Twitch champion? He's the Twitch champion? The Twitch 2024 champion of the year? He's good. He knows what he's talking about. The little stinker? The little stinker. Okay, hold on. Let's poll it. Well, chat, if you would have voted, we wouldn't have to poll it. You see what's happened here? Do you see the problem? Do you? Oh boy. Which one? Donkey, Star Wars Outlaws, best game, best guy, Hex, Creed, and then Goose rant on updates. Boom. The poll has commenced. I'll be putting the poll here for everyone to see. I'll be putting the poll here. The voting has commenced. You may vote. Goose rant on updates. You don't want this smoke. Okay? You don't want this smoke. It's gonna be smoky. It's gonna be on fire, dude. Wow. Clearly we want the smoke. We want the smoke. Ooh, I have a dark roast. It's very bitter. I don't know if I like it. We have a dark roast. Did you guys be honest? Did you guys click on Hex Ask Creed because it's the way it's spelled? Be honest. Be honest. I know what you are. You want me to ban you immediately? Don't get me started, dude. Because I'm ready. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. By the way, real quick, chat. Real quick. All right. It feels, I mean, we'll give it like, we got 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. 1 second. Chat, real quick, before we jump into my hatred for updates, because I have some. I have a lot. Chat, should I play Black Myth Wukong? Should I do it? Because I was thinking about the Game Awards and how everyone was saying Astrobot shouldn't win Game of the Year. It should have gone to Black Myth Wukong. Should I play it on stream, live, with the squad? You won't finish it, so what's the point? I swear to God. I swear to God. Do you want dirt? Do you want dirt shoved into your little, tiny, beady eyes? Because it will happen, Mr. Ultimate Gamer. It will! Canadian Jacob in the chat, looking beautiful, Goose-tastic. Astrobot sucks, and I hate you entirely. How do you say that after I give you a compliment? How? Chat! All of you get a boo. That's right. I know. I'll talk to them. Chat's losing their mind. Play it so you can tell us how it measures up to Astrobot. That's what I'm thinking. Wukong sucks more. Wow, you guys are all over the place. See that? See that? Okay, here's the thing, chat. I'm going to do my updates on gaming, and I've decided, you guys have convinced me, I'm going to be playing Wukong this week. We're going to play it. That's it. Locked in. I'm still in strategy session for 2025, so let's rock and roll it. Let's freaking rock and roll it. Chat, are we good tomorrow night? Let's do it tomorrow night. Let's rock and roll, dude. We're on fire. Let's lock and load it. Tomorrow night, Wukong. Dude, I'm gonna Wukong these nuts, dude. We're gonna do Simpsons in Run. That's probably gonna be a Friday night, and that's gonna be 2025. I'm gonna try to do it this Friday, but if I can't, it'll be the 10th. Can't be the 10th. I'm very excited. We need some more gameplay. Switchboy with the follow, you beautiful goose-tastic individual. And first time chat, hi, how are you? We are doing great. The chat is doing disgusting. They have problems with Kevin, my mouse.
If a game is exclusive to one console, it should not be gaudy, so Astrobot sucks zug.
Now hold on a second. Zelda Ocarina of Time was exclusive to one console.
Kevin, why you so blurry?
You're telling me Ocarina of Time isn't Game of the Year? You're telling me, buddy boy. If we tomorrow, let's say 5, somewhere between 5 and 6. I'll make a post on the Discord.
Jacob is a hater.
Somebody give Canadian Jacob a copy of Zelda Ocarina of Time and tell him this is one of the greatest games of all time that still holds up to this day, okay? Someone tell him, someone get him a copy, okay? Ship it to him. Stat, dude. Stat. Switchboy says, also, can we get some love for Switchboy? These are amazing comments. We love it, Switchboy. Okay, we love it. Love your videos. Been watching it for 2 months. Really gives me a gaming boost. Keep up the great work. Dude, what an amazing gentleman. Chat, hearts. Hearts for our first-time chatters. We don't mess around in this chat. Okay, we're about great things. You guys say mean things to me, but you say amazing things to each other. Let's go. I'll wait.
I was given a PS5 back when the console came out, and Astrobot was boring.
All I'm saying, okay, and I'm going to make this very clear. For Mr. Jacob. All I'm saying is I've rented out an Octagon and we can square up there. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Jacob, I've rented out an octagon, and we can square up there. See? Exactly. I didn't hear a text-to-speech, so I take that as fear, utter fear, for what the goose can do, the caboosh. Okay, I'm getting swole. Actually, I took this whole week. I took a deload week at the gym, and I also ate like a lot this week, which was actually fantastic. It was fantastic. Wait till he goes full Zenkai. That's a challenge, dude. That's a challenge. Let's stream it at the Octagon. In the red corner, we have Astrobot. And rapping for Astrobot, we have Zenkai Goose, the young 22.72 tall Canadian specimen versus Canadian Jacob, the minus 40 degree Albertan stallion fighting for Black Myth Wukong in the blue corner, coming in at a whopping 3.2 feet tall and... I got really nothing.
Xbox Live Warriors are alive and well. Hits me right in the nostalgia.
Yo! How are we going to be talking about my forehead wrinkles, dude? How are we going to talk about Dude, I am 22 and 7'2". Look it up. Look it up. Chat, we're being toxic. We're moving on. We're moving on. First off, I'm never coming back to this chat. This chat is getting so banned. Chat, how you going to do me like that, dude? How you gonna do me like that, dude? Cameron, hit the news thing so I can... Cameron, hit the news and ban them. There it is. Chat. Here's the thing. I'm the best there is. Okay? Ain't no two ands or ifs or buts about it. Okay? I'm the best there is. But I'll tell you what's not the best, alright? Chat? I'll tell you what's not the best. Chat, today I want to talk to you about the biggest lie in video games. And it's this little check mark right here. Okay? Now, if you don't own an Xbox system, an Xbox One, Xbox One S, an Xbox One X, an Xbox Series S, or an Xbox Series X, then you may not know about this tiny little checkbox right here. This little buddy right here, okay? Look at it. Look at it, oh, so adorable. Now, you see, for those of you who can't read, okay, I get it. I get it. I'm gonna read to you what it does. Okay, you'll find this little button. You'll find this in the system settings of your Xbox. Okay. Now this setting says keep my games and apps up to date. First off, no one uses the Xbox apps unless you watch YouTube or Netflix on there. And if you do, you're a sicko. Just get a smart TV like the rest of us. Okay. You make me sick. Okay. You make me sick. I'm gonna put dirt in your eyes. Okay, it's been said. It's too late. Can't go back. There's dirt in your eyes. Should have thought about that. Should have thought about that. Should have thought about that. What are you searching YouTube with an Xbox controller? Dirt's going in your eyes. Number one. Number two. Keep my games and apps up to date. Okay, let me break down number two. Number two is with the new consoles, specifically the Xbox Series consoles, they use these new SSDs. But the problem with these SSDs is because they're so expensive, they don't have much space. So on the Series X, you have 1 terabyte, and on the Series S, you have 512 gigabytes. Now, that's not all, because the OS itself takes space on your hard drive. So in reality, you have about like 900 gigabytes on the Series X, and on the Series S, you have about 400 something, okay? Now, already you might be able to see where I'm going. The amount of games you have on that device that can fit there are incredibly low. Do you understand? Okay? And if you're playing Call of Duty because most of your friends don't know any other games to play because they're all heathens, okay, and they want to play the Nicki Minaj game, well, guess what? You got to have Call of Duty on your hard drive. And guess what? Call of Duty takes 120 gigabytes at a minimum. I think it's even higher than that. So on your Series S, you basically have space for 1 Call of Duty and maybe 1 other game. Okay? Number 2, on the Series X, you have space for 1 Call of Duty and maybe 3 other AAA games. Okay? Maybe you have more depending on the tiny games that you have, but the tiny games aren't the problem because they are actually made by indie developers who don't put 20 gig updates. Okay? Now, Call of Duty is notorious for its insane updates. 20 gig updates, 40 gig updates, 50 gig updates. I even once got a 70 gig update, to which I said, what is going on? Quite frankly, I'm going to lose my mind. Quite frankly, I'm going to snap. Chat, I'm going to snap. I'm going to snap. Okay? Now, you see, on this console, okay? Right here, clear as day. This says, keep my games and apps up to date. So now we've come to the final straw. Because I brought my Series X over to my brother's house to play Call of Duty with him side by side like the good little gentlemen that we are. Such a holiday thing. We do it every year. We play games beside each other. It's a great time. And I updated every game before I left my place to go over to his for the holidays. Every game. Every game. But I'm not done. Because at his place, to make sure I can stream to you guys no problem, I have an Xbox Series S that is always available, that is always on with this setting. Both consoles, in fact, have this setting turned on. And my Series S is literally just in his basement, in the guest room where I stay when I stream over there. Okay? I have it there so it's easier. I don't have to carry it back and forth. But I decided this time I'd also bring my Series X so I could play games like Indiana Jones and decide to finish the game. Because as you all know, I finish games. I'm the finisher. I'm the finish man. They call me Zenkai Finish Goose. Okay? Like, not like the country. Like, I finish the games. Okay? I'm not Finnish. Okay? Look it up. I finish games, dude. Okay? Fight me. I finish games. But come to find that when I go to launch Call of Duty on this Xbox, the Xbox Series S, right? It was easier to move. It's right beside my brother. I plug it in. I get hit with a 70 gig update. But you see, here's the problem, chat. You see this button right here, Microsoft? It doesn't say keep my games and apps updated sometimes. It says keep my game and apps up to date. And I have both consoles on no energy saving modes. They're just always on. They're always on. You understand? And now my brother doesn't have a fantastic internet. So literally, I'm telling you, chat, it must have been 7 times. I went to go play Call of Duty with my brother. We were feeling it. There was time. Okay, people were like busy, so we could just jump in. We didn't have anything to do. Like, okay, let's play. Let's finally go play. Come to play it, I get hit with a 70 gig update. One time I got hit with a 20 gig update. Then I updated Call of Duty only to find out that I only put in the campaign or whatever. And I had to go get all that stuff. I was like, oh! And then at the end of the night, I go and play on my Xbox Series X. And I went to go play, I had Tekken 8, I had Indiana Jones, and I had UFC 5. I wanted to play that with my brother. I got hit with more updates. Did I try turning auto updates on? I swear to God. I swear to God. Look at me. Do I look like I'm in the mood? Huh? Keep pushing, chat. I want you to keep pushing. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Okay? I want it. Keep it up, chat. Keep it up. Look. Chat, all I'm saying is, if you're going to put a setting that says keep my games and apps up to date, for the love of God, could it at a bare minimum do that overnight? Like, none of my games ever stay up to date. This is the biggest lie in video game history. It is so frustrating. It has ruined so much of my stuff. In fact, I made a tweet later on. Where did I tweet it? Yeah, see, I literally asked that. I was like, of course, no response, because whatever. I don't have 20,000 billion followers on Twitter, which, by the way, you should follow me on Twitter. I'm pretty cool over there. But I said, hey, Xbox, can we make it so the auto update feature actually auto updates? I would love it if I didn't ruin my gaming night with the family and force us to wait hours to play literally any of the 2 games I could even install on the small Series S hard drive. Just a thought. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Because I said it. Seriously, man. Like with the Series S, it's the biggest, most annoying thing because it can only fit like 2 games. I was dying. I was literally dying. I was like, I have this feature turned on. I have the console not on energy saving mode, like it's on always on mode, which takes more power, whatever, I don't care. And I have 2 games. What in God's name is happening? Asking a lot, to be honest. It's only most recent games you played. It's cooked. Another win for Steam where the entire library is updated. But, okay, Benny. Okay, that's fine, Benny. But look what it says. Look, everybody, chat, look together. Does it say, keep my most recent games and apps up to date? Okay, that's number 1. And Benny, I know we're on the same team. I'm just being, I'm being a little rascal, okay, right now, because your boy's triggered. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2. Series S only has 2 games. Xbox, figure it out. Okay? They're all recent because I can only fit 2 games. They're all recent. Figure it out. Number 3, if you want to have the setting where it just updates recent games to save on like data, like because some people have data caps, I get it. That's fine. Put 2 settings in. Keep my most recent update. Like make it a drop down. Keep my most recent updates. Or everything, entire library. Just like Steam. I have enough space because it's the only games on there. And literally when I opened the game, it was like, do you want to update? I was like, obviously, because none of the games work online. Like, I need the update. I just can't take it, man. I can't take it with these next-gen consoles. They just don't care about my time. So I made a few other tweets here. And like I was pretty frustrated. So I said, I'll be honest, this feature live probably ruined most game nights for me during the holidays. We'd come home after shopping, visiting, and relax to play games and be blocked with multiple huge updates. It's a huge bummer, and I hope Gen 10 fixes it. Obviously, we're in Gen 9 now. Gen 9 fixed the loading problem of Gen 8, but chat, I don't know what it's like for you guys, but me, I'm straight up over this update game. It is so frustrating. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Aside from just wake up in the morning, make sure everything's updated, and then go. But that is like the only device ever that does that. I don't do that with my phone. I don't do that with my PC. Like, dude, I'm dying. And during the Christmas holidays where we would go shopping, we'd be in this like great spirits, great vibe. We do all our shopping. We go out, we'd see family, friends. It was a good time. And then you come home and you get ready to play and just like kick back and relax. And I can't do it. It's no wonder to me why most people are watching people play games on YouTube versus actually playing them. Because like who even has time to wait for the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70 gig update, which Call of Duty was a 70 gig update. What's going on? What about when you unplug your PlayStation and it acts like it was held underwater for 30 minutes? You mean when it has to rebuild the database? That is also really annoying. That is also really annoying. Benny says Gen 10 will get even better. Your Xbox will blue screen halfway through the gaming sessions to give you proper Windows experience. Oh, I believe that. I believe that. Gen 10 Xbox is going to be PC 2. I can't wait for PC 2. Super hyped. Super hyped for PC 2. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. PC 2. At least you can clean your nasty mouse while waiting for the download, the update. First off, watch your back, and mine, okay? He's a beautiful little mouse. Look at him. That's Kevin. It's Kevin, the Christmas mouse. Beautiful. Okay? How dare you? So I got more frustrated about this, and I started thinking, like, what would be... Because I'm just not having fun. I don't know what it's like for you guys, but I'm personally not having fun with my consoles. I'm not. PlayStation's probably my most fun console. Then the Switch, the market for the Switch, I don't get to play. I hate the Joy-Cons so much, so I'll never play it portable. And the games are like, the ones I care about are super rare. You know what I mean? Like a new Mario, 3D Mario game doesn't drop every year. So I don't get much chance to go on the Switch. And the Xbox is just a giant nightmare. So I was trying to figure out what would make a great what would make a great console. And I had a hot take, and I'd be curious to your thoughts on the matter. And basically I said, my hot take is a console that pursues the highest graphics above all else will fail. Graphics is a niche market where pricing doesn't matter. Therefore, users that care about graphics will always migrate to PC. Consoles should focus on a simplified experience above all else. And the reason I started thinking about high graphics is because when you have high graphics, you have giant, supersized, insane updates and giant, bloated video game sizes. And quite frankly, it's no surprise to me why everyone's just playing the one free-to-play game, because it is such a nightmare to download and play other games. It is a giant nightmare. Can't wait for GTA 6 to basically take the entire space of the Xbox Series S. Yeah, 1,000%. We all know it's going to. But again, it's like, it's going to be the one game people play for a long time. These new consoles are making it so difficult to play games. The experience of playing games so convoluted with huge file sizes, small hard drives, huge updates, multiple menus asking you to play. Do you want to play quality performance? Do you want to play performance mode? Do you want to play ray tracing mode? Do you want to play just pure fidelity mode? Like, bro, do you remember when you just popped the cartridge or the disc into your console and then you pressed the on button and then you were just in the game? And if you were like, I don't want to play Crash Team Racing, I want to play Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, well, you just pressed one button and you swapped the disc, and that was it. That was it. And now, can you even imagine? Because this is what would happen. I would grab Halo Infinite and be like, I don't want to play Halo Infinite. Why did my camera just die there? I'm scared now. I'm very scared. I want to play Halo Infinite. Oh, wait. There's an update. Okay, I want to play Call of Duty. Oh, wait. There's a giant, even bigger update. Okay, well, I'll play another game. Oh, but while I play another game, it slows the network speeds of all these other games, so I can't even play those games eventually. So I guess that's going to be a tomorrow thing. I'm over it. I'm actually over it. And if those of you who remember, we had a little science experiment. We went through and we tried to design the perfect console. So I have this here too, if we want to quickly touch on that. For me, okay, I may have changed my mind on one or two of these things. I'd be curious in the chat. You guys let me know. And those watching on YouTube or Twitter, if you want to jump in here and let us know, we'd love to hear from you. But what makes the perfect video game console for you? And for me, I want physical games back that just work. I'm talking like cartridges. Just work. I want to pop that puppy in. Boom. Instant. Let's go. I want 60 frames per second at a minimum. I don't want the game hitching. If the game hitches at 60 frames per second, it's clearly not as noticeable as 30 frames. I don't care about your 4K, 8K. I don't care about that. I just want the games to run smoothly. If I'm playing on a console, that's what I want. If I care about graphics, I would get a PC. Console, I want a simplified experience. I want to play the game fast. I want to enjoy the game fast. I want nothing to block me. I want the game prices to be at a normal level. Chat, I went into Best Buy for Boxing Day for some deals. I walked in, I was like, and Best Buy doesn't even have that many games anymore, but I walk in to Best Buy and I look for some deals. I'm like, every once in a while games they go for $20. At $20, I'm like, I'll just pick it up, I'll try it. It's so low that I'm like, I'll try it. So I go into Best Buy and I start looking at the games. Nothing is on sale, except for games like Battlefield 2042 for like $9. And I'm like, why would I buy that there? Why? I'm going to buy that. The game's not on the disc. It's going to be a 1,000 gig update. No. But games like, any of the Nintendo games, any single player games, nothing was on sale. I was dying. So bring the games to $39.99. Okay? And the reason I say that is if you put your games to $39.99, okay, it forces the game developer to have a discussion in their heads and go, We can't make this a $300 million game. It needs to be, it needs to sell for $40. Let's go lower, because now with games at $90 Canadian, the amount of stuff these guys think they need to add to make the game worth it, and quite frankly, they're not necessarily wrong. For $90, $100 after tax here in Canada, brother, that kitty better purr. Am I right? That's what people say. People say that sentence. Look it up. They say it. That kitty better purr. Okay? So I think the game price heavily influences the type of game you get. And I think the saying of that kitty better purr for $39.99 is something that more people should be saying. Mr. Danny Lemon would agree. That kitty better purr. Blocking app purchases. When I say this, I don't think it's realistic, but I'm sick of it. I'm sick of every game basically being broken, except for the store. I'm sick of that. Granted, I will say it's getting better. I would much rather put a huge block on 10 gig updates. In the Xbox 360 days, they actually had a limit to the amount you could update, and they just got rid of that. I understand why you would do that to make it easier for developers, but if you go and put a limit like that and think about the consumer first, you force the developers to become smarter with their updates. Now with no limit to the updates, effectively a developer can just be like, whatever. Yeah, just make them reload the whole game. Call of Duty. Right? And how many times, chat, have you gone to play a game, you get a giant, huge update? Is it necessary? Do we really need that? Or could you be a little bit more efficient? Like, really? What are you changing? Like, the updates that are the size of a video game is insane. What in God's name am I updating? What in God's name am I updating? Also, the hub thing with Call of Duty, stop it. Just stop it. Split that up. Disgusting. Let me download Black Ops 6. Let me download Warzone. Let me download whatever. Stop it. You disgust me. The next thing, include a multiplayer packing game. I'm talking something like Wii Sports. Why in God's name is that not a thing? Why has no one remade Wii Sports in the HD era? Why? That is like one of the greatest multiplayer couch co-op games. It's so easy, doesn't require split screen. You just pure vibes. Why? It bums me out. I want to play something on the couch with the homies, but like in the case where I went home with my family to go play the games with my brother, bro, when could I have theoretically done that? When? Because it's just so much stuff in the way. And personally, for me, I had some other stuff for controllers. Personally, this is my personal belief that like a gamepad is for the hardcore aesthetic, but like the gamepads, the way they are today, I just don't think you'll ever get mom and pop type of people, casual gamers to jump into it. It's too complex. It's way too complex. And there's no reference point. Whereas like the keyboard and mouse, you're going to use it to type. So you're already going to get used to the keyboard and mouse. But like a gamepad is so foreign to most people who don't play games. I think it's a giant barrier of entry. So I think you should support both a Wiimote type controller and a gamepad for people who want it. Kind of like what the Switch does. I think that besides the Joy-Cons being absolute trash, I actually think the way the Switch does it with like a Pro controller is cool. Personally, for me, I would just include them both. And the last thing I think my perfect console would have is push to talk. Personally, for me, I think the socialization in video games has gone to a limit, like a level that is horrible, and that's because of the opt-out nature of microphones. In the 360 era, you were given a microphone. Everybody got a microphone, and it was always on. So if you had a microphone, we could hear everything. You had to mute yourself to turn it off, which most people did not. And then you got so many annoying things, and people just yap just to yap. However, now in the newer generations, they just got rid of that completely, and now no one has a microphone, so everything is a ghost town. Except for the two people who buy like the Astro headsets and then talk in a console game. And everyone's like, bro, we're not talking to you because we didn't buy a headset. We're not going to do that for this console. It's already super expensive enough. Nobody has time for that. Okay? And the mic on the PlayStation controller is the most weirdest, disgusting thing ever. I agree. I actually think it's not bad, but it's so weird to just talking to the controller. Personally, for me, I think the controllers... I think the idea of having the mic in the controller is interesting, but it should be push to talk. Either include a mic with push to talk button on your controller, or the controller itself is the mic. I don't care, as long as it's easy, but push to talk so everyone can always talk. It's opt out by default, but it's one button press away to say anything. Because the thing with microphones is like some people are like, oh, it's always on, so I don't want to have that on in case I say something. And then you have the other people who are like, I don't care and I'll just say whatever, and then you hear their entire family order like, you know, McDonald's, and they're all talking about, you know, smoking expletives. You know, we've all played the Uno games in 360 days. We all know it's available. So that's my perfect console. That's my perfect console. That's what I want. And quite frankly, no console does it. None. This is literally the best perks of every single console I've ever played in my life. The physical games of like the cartridge days and the old disc games, which I don't think you can do these days with the disc. So to me, it's a cartridge. The 60 frames per second of like the old PS2 days. The game pricing being absolutely goose-tastic of like the OG days. No in-app purchases of the OG days. The limit on the updates of the 360 days. The pack-in multiplayer from the Wii, including 2 controllers, like the Switch. However, they don't include the Pro Controller, but the idea of splitting it up is fantastic. The controller having a push to talk. If you guys remember, if anyone played Halo 2 multiplayer back in the day, you know, on the Xbox original controller, there was a white and black button that have now turned into your left and right bumper. And the white button was your push to talk. You'd push to talk, and it would be proximity chat voice. Everyone used it. It was awesome. Everyone used it. Push to talk was awesome. If you didn't press it, it didn't work. You had to hold it. This little psychology trick of holding it, no one's going to hold it forever. You just stop so many problems in the online space with a push to talk. PC has supported push to talk forever, and for whatever reason, the consoles don't. It makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me. All right, let me read some of your chats here. And mine says, actually, give me 1 second. Let me grab some water real quick. I am parched. Oh, that's nice. Xbox was thinking you should just play board games with your brother? Bro, pretty much, dude. And honestly, we actually did. We went on to play board games because they just work. Right out the box. Ain't no problem. And it was good for families to play together. The fact that in the modern era, people would rather play board games instead of something on their expensive video game console together, like, it's not even a question to me. If you said, hey, would you rather play this board game to a group of friends at my place, or would you rather play a multiplayer game on a console? I'd be like, bro, it's going to be a nightmare to set that up on console. I need to buy like hundreds of dollars worth of controllers. Why would I do that? There's like no games that support like couch co-op games. Like, it's never going to happen. I would always choose the board games, which is just sad, man. Like, that's sad. Back in the day, the N64, brother, get over here. We're playing Smash. We're playing Banjo-Kazooie. We're playing Conker's Bad Fur Day. We're playing GoldenEye, baby. We're playing Mario Kart. We're getting crazy. We're playing Star Wars Pod Racer. Let's go, baby. Hold on, I saw another one here. Okay, Wizard also says, with the price of consoles, it should have noise canceling. That would be cool, too. At the end of the day, I think a console should be a simplified experience to be the ultimate living room entertainment device. That's it. And when looking through that lens, I think none of the consoles even tried to do that. It tried to succeed in the ultimate value prop of that. And mine also says, a console needs to have somewhat closed ecosystem to differentiate itself from the rest of the market with killer apps to stand out. Everything else is just extra IMO. I agree. But in the case of competition where everybody does that, how would you stand out? It would be on the game level, for sure. But you probably need something more. And I think there's a lot more you could do to make your... Like, in that world... what you're describing, where Microsoft and Sony each have really fantastic exclusives, and they're just like killing each other with like the perfect console, and they're just focusing on, like, I think had like Microsoft done all this as well, there's no way I would ever choose Sony. I'd be like, bro. I mean, personally, I'd get both because I always get both. I just love video games. But Switch is doing it. Switch is, however, Switch's game prices are too expensive for the value they are. That's one thing they do badly. I love their mandating of physical games. However, like, they don't technically do this because a lot of developers who make big games import them to Switch, put some of the game on the physical disc and then the rest on this so that they don't have to pay the tax of the bigger sized cartridges that you need. Because I think there's like a 16 gig, there's a 32 gig, and maybe 64, or maybe it's 8 is the minimum. But with every different size of the Switch cartridge, they cost more to develop, and thus Nintendo, like, it's going to go into your profits. So I think Doom, for instance, picked the smaller physical game size and then put the rest of the game in an update just to avoid that problem. And Switch actually doesn't include any pack-in. Like, that was a Wii thing with Wii Sports. Phenomenal idea. PlayStation 5 with Astrobot. Phenomenal idea. But for me, if you're going to put a pack in, you make it multiplayer. You absolutely make it multiplayer. And if your console includes one remote controller, like a Wiimote, and one Pro Gamepad controller, immediately, when I buy this box, I get a multiplayer pack in that I can play with my friend immediately. Immediately. And with a remote controller, I can play with a friend who's just doesn't even play games. Significant other, family member. The potential is so much better. Why they don't do this? Why they don't do this? Why? Switch is pretty close. Switch just needs a little bit more beefiness. Switch definitely doesn't do this. I mean, we all played Tears of the Kingdom, right? She ain't running anywhere near 60 frames. 30 frames seems to be like a stretch sometime. Oh yeah, that Zelda game. She ain't running at 60. I tell you that. 60 just feels beautiful. Feels absolutely beautiful and goose-tastic. What else did I say? Yeah. So I gave a 3-step plan. 3 steps to make consoles great again. Number 1, bring back physical games that can play instantly. Dodoy. Number 2, require games played at a minimum of 60 frames. Dodoy. Ban updates that exceed 10 gigs. Dodoy. Most consoles did this before 2013, and now none of them do. This makes me sad, and I want this to change. This makes me sad, and I want this to change. And this was the perfect console thing. By the way, would anyone buy a console that looks like this? Because, that looks kind of cool, dude. Isn't it kind of weird that none of the consoles really have RGB? Like, I know the PlayStation 5 has, like, the little light strip. But, that kind of slaps, dude. A little light strip like that? That kind of slaps. Cube shape is cursed. Yeah, but the Ouya was also kind of like, it was kind of cringe. It was kind of cringe. It was like focusing on being an Android little toy. I think you make it premium like an Apple device. RGB will save consoles. Oh my goodness gracious. Just wait until Alien makes an Xbox, so much RGB. Dude, Razer makes an Xbox, that thing is going to be RGB to the core. That's absolutely crazy. So yeah, basically my whole rant with the video game updates, basically it's a rant on Gen 9. They seem to have lost the plot on making gaming experience good, and I want these consoles to actually remember people have to play these games. They have to have fun playing these games on this device. And the friction they're adding to their consoles is just forcing me to go to PC and never ever touch my consoles, which is what's happening in Gen 9. I'm like never touching them. And even when I try to touch them, when I bring them back home for the holidays, I hate it. It drives me nuts. Gah! Anywhozer. Chat, basically what I'm trying to say is I'm just a young 22-year-old who's 7'2", hasn't even peaked yet. Phenomenal beard. Quite frankly, I'm unhappy. But at least I'm 7'2". Right, chat?
Another lie.
Chat, are you saying I would lie about something like that? I am 7'2". I am 7'2". Look, this part of the shelf that I'm going to stand beside is at 7'2". This will prove my point. Okay? Right here. Okay? This right here is 6 foot. This is
Best
6 foot.
catfish on.
This is 6 foot. I'm 7'2", dude. Just saying. 7 foot. Look at those stubby legs. Chat. The ratio of roast to compliment is...
The mug does not lie, uncle.
What do you mean? I bought... This is at a Big and Tall store. This is a Big and Tall mug. This is a big one. You know those giant mugs that... Well, you guys wouldn't be able to lift it. You guys aren't strong enough with your tiny little limbs. But me at 7'2", I can lift it. Especially with these guns, you know? Oh! You said Miles Finch, and I don't know who Miles Finch is, but you reminded me of the Spider-Man NPC, and that guy is just like stuck in my head. The guy that's like on the Kai Cenat streams. Wow, my name's Spider-Man. My name's Miles. Thanks for helping me out there.
You have Marvel
Really
Rivals
appreciate
Wolverine
that.
energy.
We better go stop Sandman. He's getting close. Dude, that guy's awesome. I have Marvel Rivals energy. First time chatter, Canadian Brood Day, bro. I can't believe it counts. You're not sure if you remember me.
If
Lumau.
you're 7 feet 2 inches, then the Xbox keeps your games and apps up to date.
Hold on. What are you saying? First off, the first part. If I'm 7.2. First off, you want dirt in your eyes? Because I'm 7'2". I just did the test. Look. 7'2". Do the math. Do the math. 7'2". Chat. Chat. Chat, you're getting on my freaking nerves, but thankfully we know what time it is. Do we all know what time it is? Someone tell me the time, because I know the time. Who knows what time it is? Anyone. Anyone.
Canada Dry causes gigantism.
You're not wrong. Thankfully, you guys finally understand. You guys finally understand. What time is it, chat? You know what you're saying. You guys are all pushing it. You know the time. Just say the time. Say the time. Just say what time it is. You know what it is. You know. We do it every week. Someone say it. Don't say guess these nuts. That's not the right answer. Guess these nuts is not the right answer. Chat. For the love of God, someone say it. It's time for Goose to make up points. The rules are they're very concrete now. They're very concrete. Okay, they make sense. All right, for everyone watching on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. That's right. It's Game That God! I literally was like, that's right, but you lied. It's not time for a hot tub stream. Quite frankly, my chat has let me down as usual. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is, and we're just gonna be we're moving on because chat has upset me. Chat. It's time for Guess That Game, baby. It is time for Guess That Game, the greatest game show that ever existed here on Twitch TV/zenkaigoose. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, I hope you have a fabulous day and join us along for the ride. But if you'd like to join Guess That Game and become a participant, then come into Twitch TV/zenkaigoose and become the ultimate gamer. Okay? It's not Guess That Goose. It's not Guess That Actor. It's not Guess That Rash. You're all banned. Quite frankly, I'm upset. All right, focus, Goose. You're 7'2". You're taller than all of them. You could literally fight them all to death. It's Guess That Game, baby. It's Guess That Game. All right, let me set up. Yeah, Ignifolio is going to come out of nowhere. He's like, swiggity swooty, give me that booty. You know what I'm saying? That's what he says. He says that. Right? What's the thing I said about kittens earlier? I forget. What was the kitten thing I said? Let me just erase the leaderboard. We'll start us off here. Is it weird when I do that, chat? Be honest. Or is it oddly nice? Is it oddly nice? It's oddly weird and arousing. You are all disgusting. You're all disgusting. You drown them in your tub. What did I just miss? What the heck? Chat. It's time. It's time. Are we ready? Chat, it's time for Guess That Game, the show where you, the people, try to get the 10 real games that I've handpicked, okay? I said get. Actually, where's Ignifolio? Like, I feel like he's going to pop out of nowhere and just destroy it. Where was I? Let me restart this, okay? Let me restart this. Of course, chat, this is going on YouTube. Trying to make it work on YouTube. Trying to figure it out. Get better and better. It's actually good I made it on YouTube because I figured out how to tweak things. So anyways, let me restart the theme song here. We can vibe. All right. Chat, what time is it? Someone say it in the chat. Just say it. Say the answer. Chat, say the answer. Say it. All right. You're never going to say it. I hate you all. I hate you all. No, don't put the actual time. Chat. It's time for Guess That Game, where I provide 10 individual games that I've handpicked, and you have to guess them to become the ultimate gamer. Every game is worth 1 point that increases by 1 point for every game that is selected. Those are the rules. And on today's Guess That Game, we'll be doing every PS3 game that I could find that was interesting, okay? It's the PS3 edition. I'm super hyped. Don't listen to chat. They're disgusting, and I hate them. Unless you Oh, God. Chat, I got to get that intro right. We got to do it again. Okay, take two. Take two. Okay, someone say something nice. Just get me in the vibe. Take two. Let's go. Something nice. Get me in the vibe. Now you have to say something about, one of you said poop, and one of you said I love you. You got to say hashtag chinchilla. I want to smell you. Chat! You just can't say these things. You can't say these things. I'm not a pretty lady. I'm a 7'2", 22-year-old man. Take number 78 for YouTube, okay? Chat, it's time for Guess That Game. It's another episode, another week, where we will be guessing the top 10 games that I've handpicked, and this week is the PS3 edition. The rules are simple. I provide a game, you guess it, and you win a point. Win the most points at the end, and you become the ultimate gamer. So, with that being said, let's start, shall we, with the first game. Shall we? Look at that. Nailed it. Like I mentioned, chat, each one of these games... hold on, I want to start with this game. Each one of these games is PlayStation 3 focused, okay? So all these games came to the PlayStation 3. You start off with a lot of information there, okay? The first game on this list, the first game is an action-heavy multiplayer game. That is the first hint. You may now begin with Guess That Game. A PS3 game. It is an action-heavy multiplayer game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Fantastic guess. Incorrect. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Fantastic guess. Incorrect. Castle Crashers. Incorrect. Next hint. This is a Sony first-party title. Sony first-party title. Mag is a fantastic guess. Incorrect. Very close. Killzone 3. Fantastic guess. Incorrect. Next hint. This is a forgotten franchise. PlayStation 3 game. Multiplayer game. Sony first party. Forgotten franchise. Can you guess that game? Dark Sector. Incorrect. Asura's Wrath. Not multiplayer. Incorrect. One of you is dramatically closer than you think that you are. The next hint. This game is set in a modern military setting. One of you is piping hot. Can you name that game? Can you guess it? Tom Clancy's Ant War. You spelt it wrong. We appreciate it. This is incorrect. Not a first-party title. One of you, two of you are incredibly close to the answer. Two of you are incredibly close to the answer. We've entered overtime. Holy smokes. Chat, pause. We have a winner. We have a winner. And that game is SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs Confrontation, and that goes to the little rascal in the chat, Dario555, with the first point. Boom, he's on the list. The rest of you, you disgust me, quite frankly. You need to do better. Okay? You need to do better. You need to just basically be like Dario, okay? Wake up and just be great. Dario gets the first point. Of course, the first point being worth 1 point. Boom. As we go up, the points increase by 1. So for this next game, hold. This next game, also PS3. Again, just as a reminder, every game for this week's Guess That Game is on the PlayStation 3. It is a PlayStation 3 game. In fact, no, I don't want to say that. Okay. Let us start with the first hint. This game was released as a children's game. It is a children's game. First hint. Let's go. God of War 3. Incredibly incorrect. The Last of Us. Incredibly incorrect. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. We already have a winner. And just like that, with the first hint, we have a winner. The answer is Little Big Planet. Holy smokes. Punch Sploder coming out the gate. Did use an acronym. We're going to give it to him. Punch Sploder immediately rocketing to the top with 2 points. Holy smokes. This week's is already. You guys should be happy that Ignifolio isn't here to steal. Punch Sploder rocketing to the top of the list. And now we're at the third game, which can only mean one thing, chat. This game is going to be worth 3 points. So let's start with the first hint, shall we? Let me get it ready here. Again, as a reminder, this released on the PS3. This game, how would I describe this? Okay, let's start. The first hint. This game released as a game set in a crime setting. That's the first hint. The game was released as part of a crime setting on the PlayStation 3. GTA 4, fantastic guess, incorrect. Fantastic guess, incorrect. Infamous, fantastic guess, incorrect. LA Noire, fantastic guess, incorrect. Holy smokes, you guys already got it. Check. Can we get a resounding applause for our ultimate gamer himself? The game, Heavy Rain. He got it, just like that. Heavy Rain is the game. PlayStation 3. I didn't even get to give you guys crazy hints. The hints will start vague and then get more specific as we go. Okay? That way everybody gets a chance. If I start really specific, these will end really fast. But quite frankly, you guys are getting them all. Heavy Rain is that game, bringing our ultimate gamer right to the tippity top. Right to the tippity top. Holy smokes, just like that. Mr. Danny Lemon. Right to the tippity top. Chat, this next game was going to be worth 4 points. We are at the next game. This is a 4-point game. One of my favorite games of all time. Understand me? One of my favorite games of all time for the PS3. Okay. Ow, I just hit myself. All right, the first hint. This next game, can be described as a platformer. That's hint number 1. For the PS3, can be described as a platformer. Hint number 1. Infamous. Fantastic guess. Incorrect. It's a PlayStation 3 game can be described as a platformer. Jack is incorrect. That is PlayStation 1. Did I say PlayStation 1? I meant PlayStation 3. I don't know if my brain messed up. It's a PlayStation 3 game. Apologies. Sly Cooper, fantastic guess. Incorrect. Next hint. This game has multiplayer. Multiplayer game, PS3, can be described as a platformer. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Ratchet and Clank is incorrect. Outland, fantastic guess. I appreciate that you put it in there, but it is incorrect. Chat, it is not looking good for you. This is PlayStation 3, can be described as a platformer with multiplayer. Crash Bandicoot is incorrect. Next hint. This game released in 2012. This game released in 2012. Rayman Origins. Incorrect. And just like that, right at the end, this little disgusting rascal, my goodness, we have a winner. Chat. The game is Journey. The game is Journey. A PlayStation 3 game released in 2012 by that game company as a pseudo-platformer with multiplayer. Nobody knew it had multiplayer back in the day. What a fantastic game. One of my favorite games. I'll never forget the first time I played Journey. My mind was literally blown. My mind was literally blown. But you know what else has been blown? Mr. Danny Lemon's score. Because just with that point, he has rocketed up to 7 points. With 4 points, bam. That is absolutely insane. Chat, Mr. Danny Lemon is looking to be a recurring Ultimate Gamer. Ignifolio is somewhere. There's a single tier following down. Or you know what Ignifolio is probably doing? He's waiting until it's worth 10 points, and then he's just going to come steal it. That's what he's doing. All right, this next game. Ooh, this is a good one. This one's a good one. This one will really test you. This next game is really going to test you. Hold on. Let me prep here. Oh yeah, this one's going to test you in ways you've never been tested before. For the PlayStation 3, this next game is worth 5 points. Our first hint. It is a fighting game. This is a fighting game released on the PlayStation 3. God of War 3 and Last of Us 1. Incredibly incorrect. We appreciate it though. Infamous. Definitely not a fighting game. Incredibly incorrect. There's no freaking way. There's no freaking way. Holy smokes. I gotta get way more vague. We have a winner. We have a winner. The game, released on the PlayStation 3, guessed at rocketed speeds, is PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, released in 2012. It's a Sony exclusive, copied Super Smash Brothers. Was not super successful. I think they got a little too crazy with what they did for PlayStation All-Stars, but I think they should give it another shot. Doesn't it look nice? You get to play as all the guys. There they are. Honestly, they should give it another shot. They should make a sequel. And look, it's one of the first games with Battle Royale in the name. They were doing Battle Royale before Battle Royale was a Battle Royale. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So with 5 points, Benjamin frickin' Wheelie rockets up to second place. Chat, holy smokes, this is getting competitive. I'm sweating. As a 7'2" man, the amount of sweat I have is dramatically more than anyone else. Joke's on you. You can't finish that game, okay? Fight me. Absolutely fight me. You should fight me. You should fight me in the face. You should face fight me. Meet me in the octagon, dude. Okay. This next game. This one. I don't want to overhype it now because like you guys seem to guess it like instantly. You guys are locked in this time. This week, you guys are locked in. Okay, this next game is going to be worth 6 points. If you get this right, you immediately go up to second place. And if anybody besides Mr. Danny Lemon gets it, you at least tie or get higher than first place. Chat, there is still a chance. This next game, okay, is the first hint. I got to go super vague on the first hint. This next game. Hold on. I got to think of the right hint here because I want to go super vague here. This next game has guns in it. Hint number 1, PlayStation 3 game with guns inside of it. Let's go for 6 points. Batman Arkham City. Incorrect. COD Modern Warfare 2. Incorrect. Uncharted. Incorrect. There's no way. There's no way, chat. Did you just all play the PlayStation 3 like 70 times per day? I kept it as vague as possible. We have a winner. One of my favorite games of all time, which was going to be one of my hints, but you ruined it. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, one of my favorite games of all time, released in October 13th, 2009. I actually bought a TV for this game. I loved it so much. Made by one Naughty Dog, and quite frankly, I would say it's the best Uncharted. It is absolutely incredible. And just like that, the Turtle Hermit has rocketed up to second place. Rocketed up. What an amazing game. For 2025, we're going to be doing this with bots. Cameron and I have some stuff working with some bots. We're going to make this a lot easier. And I think for 2025, we're going to guess that game so all of you can get points. Not just the first person. I think that could be really interesting. So we're going to try to do that. But for now, it's the first person. We'll be tweaking this every week and making it perfect. Can you just imagine what this is going to be like at the end of 2025? Because if you've been watching the stream for a while, you know every week we try to make it 1,000 times better. 1,000. Okay? So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like. A lot more toxic? Maybe. Maybe. We'll make it like Squid Games. If you get it wrong, you know what happens. All right. For 7 points, this is where the kitten caboodle hits the road. That's the saying. People say that. I'm going to pick a weird one here because I just don't. I shouldn't even have said that. Shouldn't have said that. Oh, I have a perfect first hint. I have the perfect first hint. You guys are so screwed. You'll never get this one. You'll never get this one. Ever. For 7 points, our 7th game to guess. The first hint for the PlayStation 3 is... this game is a sequel. May the guesses begin. GTA 5, or GT 5, Gran Turismo 5. Incorrect. Pain 2. I can't believe you said Pain 2, that's wild. I haven't thought about Pain forever. Incorrect. Infamous 2. Incorrect. Fear 2. You guys remember Fear? That is incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. Next hint. This game released in 2010. This is a PlayStation 3 game. Released as a sequel in 2010. Killzone 3. Incorrect. Metal Gear Solid 4. Incorrect. Lost Planet 2. Oh man, remember Lost Planet? Dude, I want to play Lost Planet. But incorrect. Resistance Fallen Man. I don't think that released in 2010, but I appreciate it. And Resistance 2? Incorrect. Mafia 2. Incorrect. Chat, are you ready for the next hint? This is a PlayStation 3 game that is a sequel that released in 2010 that also got sequels. The next hint is this game got multiple sequels. This sequel got multiple sequels. Siren Blood Curse. Incorrect. We're now entered into overtime. Will you get it? Released on the PlayStation 3 as a sequel that got multiple sequels and released in 2010. Killzone 2? Incorrect. Oh, see, I knew I got you guys now. I got you guys right where I want you. Far Cry 2? Incorrect. Saints Row? Not Saints Row. Incorrect. Fantastic guess, though. Crisis 2? Incorrect. Ridge Racer 7? Incorrect. You guys are all got your Wikipedias open. You're not getting it now, eh? For the next hint. The next hint is unnecessary because we have a winner. I was literally going to give this a really good hint. I was going to say this is a fantasy game as the next hint, but we have a winner. Chat, I'll let you determine who that winner is. The game is Final Fantasy 13. You remember when they showed this puppy off? Holy smokes, what a game! Holy smokes! And then no one played the sequel. Absolutely insane. I'm kind of nostalgic for this game. I kind of want to play it. I didn't finish it. There's no need to comment on that. But I didn't finish it. I'm just putting it out there. I didn't finish it. Yeah, I think the visuals still hold up. It's a pretty cool world. At the time, not a finisher. Listen, I finish. I'm gonna finish this show. I'm gonna finish this show. And just like that, Benjamin Wheatley. He's looking like he might be this week's Ultimate Gamer because he has rocketed. He has rocketed to number 1, just destroying Mr. Danny Lemon, like we all know that he would. Mr. Danny Lemon is no longer the Ultimate Gamer. Mr. Danny Lemon, he's moved on. I'm kidding. Once an Ultimate Gamer, always an Ultimate Gamer, okay? First time champ, exactly. All right, for game 8, let me see. I want to get some. I got one. This one's. I'm gonna try to stump you guys this time. If you guys were stumped on Final Fantasy 13, you guys will never get this. Ever. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, the first hint is so good, too. The first hint is so good. Let's start this. The first hint, this PlayStation 3 game is a Disney game. That is the first hint. This is a Disney game for the PlayStation 3. May the guesses begin. Infamous is definitely not a Disney game. You disgust me. Kingdom Hearts, fantastic guess. Incorrect. Sing It, fantastic guess. Incorrect. By the way, if you say I'm 7'2" in the chat, you will immediately be given 10 points. You just have to say, Goose, you're 7'2", I believed you forever. Say that exact phrase. Instant points. Dante's Inferno. It's definitely not a Disney game, dude. 5'2". You guys are disgusting. You guys are absolutely disgusting. Hint number 2. This game has vehicles. Technically, we have a winner for 8 points. For 8 points, we have a winner. Technically, we have one. I don't know how you did it. For the PlayStation 3, a Disney game that has cars in it, we have our winner. Here it is. Published by Disney and released May 18th, 2010. This is Split Second. Split Second. I didn't think you guys would ever get this one. And yet, Domino, I'm going to mess this up. Domino Wriggle X V1. You little frickin' rascal. You little frickin' rascal. Rocketing up to the moon. Just defeating Mr. Daniel Lemon. Hold on. Domino, Wriggle, Goose. Just spell. They're all watching you. They can't see you. They think you're 5'2". They're crazy. Freaking crazy. Coming up in right second place, giving them 8 points. Domino, just absolutely slaying. A fantastic job, chat. You guys have guessed all these games incredible. Clearly, you guys love the PlayStation 3. I'm very impressed with you guys right now. I'm very impressed. This next game for 9 points. Oh, man, I got to get a crazy one here for you guys. I feel like you guys are going to get all of these. I got to make this one difficult. How do I phrase this in such a way? You can't start guessing yet, okay, chat? That's why we need bots. All right, for 9 points. Oh, man, I feel like you guys are going to guess this game. If you guys guess this game's too fast, then I'm going to go find more complicated games in my shelf, because I think every other game is going to be like the same, but we're going to find out. All right, this next game. Let me prep it. Let me prep it. Okay. All right, chat, I warn you, for this next game, I am going to try to throw you off with hints that are technically true, but I will try to throw you off. Let us start with the first hint. On the PlayStation 3, this game, for the first hint, is a history game. It's the first hint. History game. Assassin's Creed. Fantastic guess. Incorrect. Infamous. What, chat, you guys really like Infamous. What history is in Infamous? There's no history in Skyrim, chat. There is no history in Skyrim. Civ Revolution. It's a fantastic guess. The rest of you banned. But it is incorrect. Shakedown Hawaii. I've never heard of that. Last of Us is definitely not a history game. You guys are all banned. There's no way. There's no way you guys already got the game. There's no way, dude. There's no way. How? We got a winner. PlayStation 3, technically a history game. Alternate history. The game is launch title for the PlayStation 3. This released November 14th, 2006 by One Insomniac Games. This is Resistance: Fall of Man. Dear God. Didn't finish it. Didn't finish it. Didn't finish it. Didn't finish it. But that's not important, is it? Okay? Canadian Brew rocketing to second place, just behind Benjamin frickin' Wheelie. Just behind Benjamin frickin' Wheelie. We might have an Ultimate Gamer, because this next game is worth 10 points. It's worth 10 points. But hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Because before we do the 10th, okay? Before we do the 10th, chat, we have a little tradition on Guess That Game. Don't we? Don't we? We have a little tradition here. Yes, we do. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we do. And that tradition is a poll. A poll, chat, to decide what? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to say Blue Shell. Blue Shell, I'll take away. Blue Shell takes away from the lead. We're going to come up with better names for these. Don't worry. Okay? We're going to take Blue Shell, takes from the lead, and drops him down. Okay? Let's just say minus 5 points. Minus 5 points. Split, distribute for all. What's another thing we could do? We have split, we have Blue Shell. What the heck? What else should we do for the polls? What else should we do? Split, Blue Shell. I can steal. Okay, I'll put steal, and then if it wins on steal, then what if I do multiply? Double points. Let's do double points and divide by half. Okay, this works. Okay, this works. Okay, so the poll, chat, stop yelling at me. You're yelling. Stop yelling. The poll has commenced. I will give you 3 minutes on the clock. Here are the options. You can split. This will split all of the points. Okay? Distribute. The last game will be worth 2 times. This is being voted so far. We can divide everyone's current score by half. Or we can use a blue shell to minus 5 points from Benjamin Wheelie. If the last game gets 2x points, it will be worth 20 points. There's a chance you can win. If we split, then everyone will be distributed across the same amount of points. This does not help if you are a new viewer. If you're a new viewer, you definitely want either one of these two. 2x points, or everyone's points are divided by half. This means all of the current winners would divide by half. This is a community democracy. Do you understand, chat? This is a democracy. Every week we're going to come up with way cooler stuff. I think 2x points and divide by half is a great idea. I think that makes a ton of sense. So far, it's looking like divide by half is winning. Divide by half is winning. This means, chat, everyone who has won 1 points, okay? All their points will be divided by half. Goose is just throwing a bone for us to fight over. I like this style. Yes, I want to pit you against each other. You are all monsters who will fight to the death. It doesn't mean technically, here's the thing. If we divide by half, all the points are... Cameron, why is that playing? I hate what you are. If we divide by half, okay, all the points that people have earned will go down by half. But the last game is still worth 10 points. So that means you can try to win because Benny Wheelie would go down to 6 points instead of 12. Now, if the last game is 2x multiplier, then that means anyone can win 20 points rather than 10 points, which means you can win. So there's pros and cons to both. There's pros and cons to both, but quite frankly, okay, chat, listen. Here's the thing. If you vote for this one, the last game points will be worth 20 points instead of 10. It's 2 times it, okay? If you vote for this one, the vote is still worth 10 points, but it's everybody's points gets divided by half. Chat, I feel like I'm explaining it. There's going to be everyone in the chat and on the YouTube comments being like, look, he straight up, he didn't do it. He didn't explain it well, but guess what? You all divided by half. Okay, so that's what you chose. You chose for divide by half. That's what you did. That's what you did. So quite frankly, that's what's going to happen. So this last game is still worth 10 points, but now Benny Wheelie is at 6. Canadian Brew is at 4, because I'll round down. Actually, I should round up. I'll round up. 4. 3, 1. Honestly, if you're this low, why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you? You'll be hearing from my lawyer. For 10 points. This one is for the entire kit and caboodle. The entire kit and caboodle. Okay? Think about the kittens out there. I just want to make sure I get a really hard game. You guys are good. You guys are way better than I thought you'd be on this. Oh boy, this one's a good one. Okay, buddy. Okay. There's no way. There's no way you get this one. I gotta hide it. There's no way you get it. There's no way. Chat, for 10 points. Whoever wins this, quite frankly, is the winner. It's anyone's games at this point. Let's start. The first hint. This is a PlayStation 3 game, released on the PlayStation 3. The first hint is this is a fighting game. This game is a fighting game. Motorstorm Apocalypse is definitely not a fighting game. I hate what you are, but I respect you. MK9 is a fighting game. Incorrect. Simpsons Hit and Run, first time chat, William McKinney. You're going to hear from my lawyer, okay? It is incorrect. Mr. Danny Lemon, how much did you pay him? Def Jam Icon. I'm happy he said it. It's incorrect, but I'm happy someone said Def Jam Icon. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Incorrect. PlayStation 3 fighting game. There's no way you guys are going to get it. There's no way. The next hint. This game released in 2008. PlayStation 3 fighting game released in 2008. Will you get it? Naruto, just straight up Naruto. Incorrect. Injustice Gods Among Us. Fantastic game. Incorrect. Can't wait for Injustice 3. Facebreaker. Wow. Mr. Danny Lemon coming out with all the stops. I appreciate Facebreaker. It is incorrect. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way one of you got this. How? Chat. There's no way. I can't believe it, dude. Chat, we have a brand new Ultimate Gamer. For Guess That Game PS3 Edition. Because this game is Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit on the PlayStation 3, releasing June 6, 2008, made by Dims Corporation. Quite frankly, one of the greatest Dragon Ball Z games of all time. I absolutely love it. I can't believe it. And mine is this week's Ultimate Gamer, rounding out the count, rocketing to the moon, as I like to say. And mine, the Italian Stallion. Coming in at 10 points, voted by the community, divided by half, and mine comes in. He is this week's Ultimate Gamer. Can we all just get a round of applause for Mine? Shout out for this week's Ultimate Gamer, Mine, a stallion. He robbed you all. He robbed you blind. Quite frankly, I love the chaos. I love the chaos. I love it. Wait, someone say it before? Who said it before? AIX is telling me to get glasses. I don't know if it's because I missed something. Cameron. Hold on. You said Dragon Ball Z. This is true, AIX. You said Dragon Ball Z, but you did not say Burst Limit. This is technically correct, but also incorrect. Technically correct, but also incorrect. You must say the full word. You're so close, AIXE. Just like that, Mine has completely destroyed all of you. He's laughing. He's making a pizza as we speak. He's feeling pretty good about it. He's feeling pretty good about it. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, anywhere, honestly, you're watching from space, if you're there, say hi. Say a few nice things. Join the Discord. There are 10 free available slots in the pinned comment on twitch.tv/zenkaigoose. Just gotta go there. Just click the link. Boom, you're in. Boom, just like that. Chat, it's a fantastic Guess That Game PS3 edition. This is amazing. It's going to go on YouTube as always. I'm very, very excited. And I can't believe that you guys are so good at PlayStation 3 games. I can't believe it. I absolutely can't. Holy smokes, Punch Floater with the subscription. Absolutely goose-tastic and incredible. Can we just get some love for Punch Floater? One of the worst Dragon Ball games ever. Oh, Ultimate Tenkaichi is one of the worst Dragon Ball games ever. I would agree. Burst Limit's amazing. Watch your mouth. Shout out to Punch Floater for the subscription. Thank you so much, Punch Floater. You're beautiful, goose-tastic. One of the OGs, actually. One of the OGs, Punch Floater. We never forget. We never forget a face. Just like you guys never forget that I'm 7'2". Look it up. It's on Wikipedia. Okay, it's on Wikipedia. Look it up. I am the best. I appreciate that you said that. I feel like it should be said more. In fact, 20 points to whoever says I'm the best. Go ahead. I'll buy your loyalty. Go ahead. Who hurt you guys? Certainly wasn't me. I got up extra early this morning. Okay? You guys are freaking toxic, dude. You guys are freaking toxic. Chat, here's the thing. I'm the best there is. Ain't no two ands or ifs about it. Cameron, swap me. Cameron, this one. Good. Chat, here's the thing. I'm the best there is. Quite frankly, I want your quick opinion really quick. Did you guys like the... I'll make it clearer, but did you like the 2x multiplier poll on the after the 9th question? And did you like the
We
divide
are
by half?
free.
Which one did you guys like those? Do you have other suggestions for polls? Because I like the idea that after question 9, it gets toxic. You know, everybody gets the claws out. I want to make this more. It was BS and I had my trophy stolen. Benny's biased. Benny's biased. He was almost the ultimate gamer. I hate this game. That's not true. You love this game. You love this game. You're the ultimate gamer. You can't even say that. You can't even say that. What we're going to do in 2025, I got bots set up. I just need to make it more fun. This is last stream. Benny's like, nah, it's not worth. I'm out. You've changed me forever. I think I'm going to try in the next Guess That
If
Game.
you were the best, we would see another. I played every by the new year.
I'm working on the next ones. Next ones, plural, okay? I have a lot of stuff planned for 2025. Speaking of which, let me just finish my thought there for Guess That Game. I'm going to set up the bots so that whenever we give the hints, I could just focus on hints, and then the bot will keep track of everyone who says the right answer. But you'll have to spell it correctly, because obviously the bot can't just infer based off, saying part of the answer. You'd have to say it correctly. So I'm going to try to do that next week, assuming I can get it set up with Cameron. That should be good. And that way you guys
Who's
can get...
slacking off?
Chat! Easy, dude. Easy. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to try to do that next week. It's going to get better and better every week. I'm going to try to figure out which one's best. And the poll idea I really like, but I'll try to make it clearer, because it definitely wasn't as clear as I wanted it to be. Quite frankly, it was just coming off the top of my head. So we'll do that. Double points or divide by half, something like that. I feel like there's another 2 options I can throw in there, but I'll try to come up with that. If you have any ideas, make sure to post in Discord or type it here. For 2025, I am planning a bunch of the YouTube content for the year, chat. Very excited about it. I am trying to do, quite frankly, because you guys are here each and every week, I'll just tell you guys what I'm trying to do, and you can tell me if I'm crazy. Sound good? Sound good? Fantastic. For 2025, what I'm trying to do, because I was too slow last year, quite frankly, and there's too much guessing of what will do well and what won't do well, is I'm going to be trying to integrate the stream with the YouTube channel, the iPlays. So I'm going to try to play my next iPlay with you guys, similar to what we did in the Blizzard stream. I'm going to do that before the YouTube video comes out and try to get my footage from us playing together. The only difference is I won't include chat in the main view the way like we're looking right now, where chat is obviously right here, because I want proper footage. So that I'm going to try to do. And I'm also going to try to make the YouTube stuff in seasons. So effectively, I'm going to try to set up a bunch of different videos, so that way I can hit you guys with like a new video every 2 weeks. And then personally, I would take a break. So basically, I would be working on like 4 or 5 videos at once, release them every 2 weeks once they're done. And then while they're releasing, start working on the next season. So I think I'm going to try to do that. And in theory, I should be able to work more optimized and create better stuff. So that is the plan for 2025. And the stream, my plan is to make more events. So we're going to be doing Simpsons Sit and Run playthrough. They're very excited about that. That's going to be fun. I'm going to try to come up with some new gifted sub challenges. I think that'll be cool. And, the Discord link doesn't work? Hold on. Is it already filled? Bam, 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 bam. It should work. 2 people have already joined in. Should work. Let me just double check it. Yeah, it's still valid. So yeah, we're trying to do that, and lots of cool stuff coming up. The next I play every, I have 2 in mind. I actually have a new video. I think you guys are gonna really like. I think that's gonna be cool. I'm very excited about that. And again, for 2025 Goose Morning Lives, I'm going to plan on doing more bot stuff to help make the stream even better, because as we go, we're going to get more people. And we might even make guess that game go into follow mode. So you might have to follow to talk, because I think as we get bigger, we're just gonna have more people talking. So we'll have to see and tweak how that goes. But regardless, we're gonna keep it cute. We're gonna keep it beautiful. We're gonna make it the greatest show that ever was. Fantastic stream. I do want to let me. I always forget to do this on the stream. So let's make GML 49. Holy smokes, GML 49. We've almost made it full 365 days streaming every single week. You believe that? Isn't that wild? Absolutely goose-tastic. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Could you give me a second, baby? I sing for you, girl, and I sing for you, Chad. Chad loves my voice, so I sing for Chad. Chad and me, I'm best friends forever. Chad, 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 it was Chad. I did have Infamous. I should actually put it in. Basically, I'm like Celine Dion with my voice. I'm gifted, really. Text-to-speech does need to be tamed. Text-to-speech will be included in bot stuff. There will be a text-to-speech queue that I can trigger and Cameron can trigger, so it will be better in the future. It's going to be less intrusive. That is something, and I'll be able to include it in...
Album ASAP.
Fight me. This is exactly my point, you little rascals. Here, let's swap over to the Discord. So we have the new mega thread. Make sure to post your any questions you want answered, any topics you want discussed for next week's Goose Morning Live 49, which is what? When is that? Chat, what day is it? Next Sunday. What day is it? The 4th. No, the 5th. The 5th. The 5th. So this is January 5th, 2025. Our first stream. First stream of the new year. Wow, 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 wow. It's Sunday. Listen. Remember when I talked about the Octagon? I'm going to need you to meet me in the Octagon. Because, quite frankly, dirt is going to be thrown in you and Canadian Jacob's eyes. Okay? So the mega thread is now available on the events channel. So make sure to go there, post all your stuff so we can talk about it as we did today. Just wait for Mr. Danny Lemon. I just want him to do it. We all know he's going to do it, okay? We all know he's going to do it. Buddy boy. Yeah, where's it going to be? Mr. Guy. Mr. Buddy Guy. Buddy. There it is. Wait. Check this out, chat. Check this out. Look at this. I'm the captain now. I abuse all of my power. I can't be stopped. Anyway, so you can go ahead and you can vote on topics and discussions and anything like that. Feel free to do that. And that is available to you, and we will discuss it. And please make sure to never react. Don't react to anything he says. Basically, I need you to all be better, is what I'm trying to say. I need you to all be better, okay? Be better people. Just in general, say more compliments my way. That'd be great. Pretty much stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I did not raise you like this. You guys are all monsters. You're all monsters. Chat, we did it. This is a fantastic Goose Morning Live. You guys are beautiful, Goose-tastic. We got a few reacts in there. We got some news. Again, this was just a light week just because, not much gaming news is really happening.
I have an idea, so let's say someone guesses a game right.
Okay.
For his second try, if he guesses it right, he gets to double his points. If he guesses it wrong, he loses 50% of his current points. So people won't sit on Google and write whatever they see. People have to be really sure, or wait for your next hints. There should be high risk, high rewards.
I agree. That's actually a fantastic idea. That would require I do bot work. But I like that. I like the risk reward. That makes it more fun. That's why the points go up to give more reward, but there's not much risk. That is a great idea. Maybe to simplify it from a bot perspective, if you get it wrong, it's -1 point. So it's like close, because if I have to keep track of like what you get wrong, and then I have to, Yes, I like this. I like this. This is good. I'm gonna be fiddling. I can't guarantee that I'll get it done for next stream, but every Goose talk, you can talk. I like to tweak every week, so just get a little bit better every week. But I like this. This is great. I love the risk reward. This is a fantastic suggestion by Curtis. Good idea for the final question. He won't finish the bot. Chat, you don't want to get into a brawl with a man who's 7'2". When I said I like to tweak every week, it didn't mean like, chat. All right, chat. We're gonna call it right here. Okay, we're gonna call it right here. If you want a friendly reminder, we have the second channel, Zenkaigoose TV. It's available where all the Guess That Game episodes are there. I'm going to be working on that right after the stream because I just go right into editing mode. Also, quick notification. I am looking for an editor for either the Zenkaigoose TV channel, which includes shorts, and on the main channel. Goose got to work faster, which means I need to have a team. So 2025, I'm going to be looking for a team. There's a few people who are interested. I'm going to be talking to them. They're all great individual folks. I have to interview people. That's weird for me, but apparently I need to do that. You're a horrible editor if you need a bad one. That's perfect. Thank you. You're hired. No interview required. He just pretty much showed honesty right out the gate. So we're going to try to put a job posting. I don't know what that's going to be like. Got to do all that stuff. I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to growing the team and making great content. I got so many cool ideas for 2025. I'm so excited. So excited. Also, I'm going to be posting my goals for 2025, so look out for that. I pretty much nailed almost everything of 2024. I'm going to try to finish all my goals before the year ends. I'm pretty close. We'll see if I can do it. And yeah, I'm gonna also share with you guys my my Zenkai Goose YouTube Wrapped. So basically all the things that I've done this year. So that's gonna be on Twitter. Make sure to see it there if you want. It's also gonna be on the Discord. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So chat, I wish you all the most beautiful goose-tastic rest of your weeks. I'm going to be trying to set up tomorrow. We're gonna play Black Myth Wukong, see what all the fuss is about. I'm very excited about that. I'll put a notification on Discord, so just if you're in the Discord, you'll get a notification for the Zenkai Goose live streams or Goose Morning live streams. So that's going to be there. My before and after workout pics, I will be doing that. I will be. That's going to be a thing. I'm going to try to get so swole. You ain't gonna stop me. So I'm very excited, but not this week because this was Christmas week. I ate everything. Okay, chat, you guys are beautiful goose-tastic. If we can just end the show on something nice, if you guys could just say one nice thing, that would be fantastic. I'll wait for it. Yeah, we can all say see you next year. Just someone has to say one nice thing. Just to close. Don't talk about Cameron. There's nothing to be said about Cameron. He's disgusting. There's no chance. Chat, it could be anything. Like, this was a fun stream. You're a person who tries. Dear God, man. Chat, we cleaned Kevin. We hit 1,000 followers. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. We did it. This is one of the greatest years of my life. We killed it, and that's thanks to y'all. We streamed every week this year. Insane. Insane. And Kevin was there for all of it. Shout out, Kevin. Shout out, Kevin, you freaking rascal. No one was cheated on. No one. It was a perfect year. There was no problem. Tell us how Nosferatu was in the chat. I'm actually curious in the Discord. I'm very curious. You let us know. Someone who watched Sonic 3, let me know if I should watch Sonic 3. Boom. You guys are beautiful, goose-tastic. I couldn't be more proud of this community. 2025, we're going to the moon, baby. We're going to the moon. So buckle up. Strap in. Because we're going to the 7-2 moon that I've always been a part of. and I'm taking y'all with me. To the moon! To the 7'2" moon that I already exist on, but your tiny little gangly hands can't reach. I'll bring you. Chat, it's a fantastic stream. I will see you all. Possibly tomorrow, if not Sunday. To everyone on YouTube and Twitter, 07's in the chat. Love to have you. It's our second multi-stream. We're just getting started, baby. I'll see you all next year. Peace.
See you never, Kevin. Pound salt, Kevin. How can you speak if you don't exist? Short King Energy LUL. No, you're gross. Short guys have wives. Girth worm. There is no place for Kevin in 2025.